quarterbacks in the NFL forevermore. Certainly if they have off-the-field issues, which is the gentle way of putting what he had. And if you get Ty Simpson and you have him there and you think maybe this could be what Todd Monken views as a quarterback of the future, and you go all in on it, 24th overall is not a bad spot to snag him. Certainly if you feel he's worth it at 21 overall for the Steelers. And if the Steelers don't take him 21st overall, well, then let's just say you're sitting there at the top of the second round and you're getting antsy and you want Ty Simpson the same way that the Giants wanted Jackson Dart, right?
Okay.
And they trade back in to the first round to go snag him to get that 5th year of contractual control and wind up flipping draft considerations for that process. Maybe, just maybe, the Browns saying, first guy we had in being Ty Simpson sends a signal to everybody. If he passes the Steelers at 21, 24 might not be a bad spot to pop up to go get him because we might take him. What are you laughing about?
What you just said.
Why are you laughing?
The Cleveland Browns. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
The Cleveland Football Browns, who've got like 6 quarterbacks already on the team, are going to use a first-round draft pick on another quarterback. You know how many of those Jason Feller contracts that I bet you Cleveland fans would sign if they do
But
that?
it's not their only draft choice. They'll already have in their back pocket 6th overall.
Yeah.
A choice of a very good football player, an offensive lineman.
You know what you could get at that other pick then? Another really
Maybe
good football player that's
Maybe
not a quarterback.
Then maybe, like I said, it's just an okie doke. Or he falls out of the first round.
Tankathon has him right now at 34, going to the Arizona Cardinals, who are in need of a quarterback.
Unless they go ahead and grab Malik Willis in free agency. Unless they grab somebody else in free agency. I don't know.
That's the beauty of it, right?
But Ty Simpson to the Browns, everybody, for a visit. That's it. He's just having a visit.
Due diligence is like you like this.
Maybe he's going to a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I don't know.
Yeah,
Are the Cavs playing tonight? I don't know.
Maybe he's going to hang out with Zagora and Siciliano.
Oh, gosh. Look at everybody's name dropping. Everybody's name dropping. But me. I'll never do that.
Listen.
All right.
There is an
I don't know
I,
anyone.
Rich and an I.
That is. What's the name of the show? I forget. Thanks for taking in this Thursday edition of the Rich Eisen Show.
Rich Eisen Show.
Jennings Dunker and his ginger mullet is on tomorrow's program.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
red.
That's the way to celebrate a Friday.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
After wanting one for years, Kevin is finally enjoying his new hot tub.
This is the life.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so now he can be a little bad.
Oh, no, not my phone.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin's phone may be in hot water, but his finances aren't. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
This is a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes. ECU golf alum Harold Varner III shot a 4-under on the first day of the Live Golf Hong Kong event and is currently tied for 16th. Play will resume later today. The ECU baseball team began its current road trip with a win at UNC Wilmington yesterday by a final of 5-3. Here's Coach Cliff Godwin after the game.
It's never easy to win here, as you can see at the end. Coach Hood does a great job with their team. They got some really good arms that they ran at us tonight. I thought RT gave us a great open. Joe Webb was tremendous. That's what we've been looking for. And We actually weren't anticipating him to go that long, but he just kept pounding the strike zone with multiple pitches, and just so excited for him because it hasn't been easy for him early in the season, and for him to be able to do that against a quality club was exciting.
And we'll have more comments from Cliff Godwin, Austin Irby, and Joe Webb coming up at 3 o'clock on Pirate Radio Live. This has been a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule an appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children.
Hey everybody, this is Parker Bird. Visit our friends at Children's Health Services on Arlington Boulevard on 10th Street and at childrenshealthservices.org. Go Pirates.
Attention Pirates and runners, be sure to join the fun Saturday, March 28th for the Pirate 10-miler, 4-miler, or Double Down Challenge. The road race starts and finishes at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium and runs through the best of Greenville. Get in on all the action and reserve your spot at the starting line today. Sign up now at pirate10miler.com. Use the code Pirate Radio to save 15% off your race registration. That's pirate10miler.com, special code Pirate Radio. See you there, March 28th.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is Down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's new weekly lunch specials are here and only for $8.99. Stop by Monday through Friday and enjoy chicken and pastry, spaghetti, meatloaf, hamburger steak, and everyone's favorite fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks with friends. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
In Beaufort County, success is built together. The Washington-Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce connects leaders, supports local businesses, and helps our community thrive. From networking to community events, the Chamber is building a stronger Beaufort County every day. Get involved, grow your network, and help shape the future of beautiful Washington.
For more information on the Washington-Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce, including future events and membership, visit wbcchamber.com.
The Parker Bird Show.
So, obviously, this is my last year of baseball.
Yeah.
Which is very bittersweet.
Have you talked about that much?
Not really, honestly. Yeah. I mean, I have to, with people in my circle, but with God just, leading my life now, I feel like he's calling me to go to San Diego State University, and there's an adaptive track and field team there.
Yeah. The Parker Bird Show, exclusively on Pirate Radio, Pirate Radio TV on YouTube, and on the Pirate Radio app. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 at 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
We got Jarrett here. Hey, Jarrett.
Hey,
and we got left side. Strong side.
Y'all are intimidating guys. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are famous. Y'all are celebrity type guys, and that's intimidating.
Gun. First down, ECU. Spinning free. Still on his feet. Marlon Gunn Jr. He's gone.
How about them Pirates, baby?
You already know, my guy.
Pirate pride, baby. Pirate pride.
From the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you on a beautiful day in Greenville, North Carolina, and feeling good inside the Pirate Radio studios on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We are on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. You can find us on the Pirate Radio app. You can find us on That Pirate Radio app, by the way, powered by Carolina Caliper. You can find us on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV. We are locked and loaded. Tri-Box to start today's show, as we have a lot of guests to get to on the program, including Zach Kaplan, joining us hour number one. Busy man with baseball, high school hoops, East Carolina basketball, men's and women's, a ton going on, and we're going to talk about it all with Zach Kaplan here in hour number one. Hour two, we got our dog of the day, presented by Dog House Tavern. I'm going to dive into the conference tournaments. I know J-Bone is going NBA, and we'll see the Chan-Man make a play in Slack yet. I haven't seen it. It'll be a surprise to me. I don't know what Chandler Honeycutt is going to do with his pick. But we'll have our Doghouse Tavern Dog of the Day picks coming up at 4 o'clock. We'll have a lengthy college basketball discussion with Jeff Nadu coming up in hour number two. Get his thoughts on some conference tournaments, some winners there, some bubble teams and all that. So looking forward to that basketball conversation. We got former Pirate Shane Calhoun joining us. I'll talk more about this and how this interview came to be in a moment, but I think you'll enjoy the chat with the former Pirate tight end. Got that coming up. And Coach Greg Hudson, will join us. Of course, Lou Holtz passing away yesterday. Coach Hud played for Lou Holtz, worked for Lou Holtz, and then Coach would Skip and call Skip his brother. So has a very tight relationship with the Holtz family. And we'll talk some Lou Holtz with Greg Hudson coming up in hour number three. Shirley Rhodes is here. We got Avery in the video seat. We got Zach, who's really might be employee of the week if we could give that to an intern, but he's not eligible. So sorry, Zach. Intern of the week. I'm going to give you that. Zach's been killing it. We've got, to my left, Jared Watkins, also known as J-Bone, a.k.a. the little guy, a.k.a. Little Finger, a.k.a. Dug In, a.k.a. Big Time. What's up, Jared?
What's up, Cliff? How you doing?
Hey, good. Thank you for asking.
I like the shirts.
We're going musical today.
Yeah, a guy and a group that ran the music business in the late 20th century.
That start with a W.
Yes.
Wait.
Well, Hank Williams.
I thought
says Bo Cephas.
I thought it was a Waylon Jennings.
No, this is Hank Williams Jr. Either way, W.
Hank Williams Jr. did not run music in the late 90s.
80s, 90s.
He did have a song that was on TV every week during the fall. Are you ready for some football? Yeah, I'm going Wu-Tang. He's going Hank Williams. And Zach Cap joins us. He's going golf today with a Quail Hollow PGA Championship shirt. Hello. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Zach.
Hey, Cliff. How's it going?
I've already answered that question.
That's true. I didn't get the music memo. My bad. I don't think I have many music T-shirts, to be honest. But
this may be my only one.
If you had to pick a music shirt, who would be on it? Well, it'd have to be. Does it have to be a W to go with the theme of Williams and Wu-Tang?
Anything.
Answer both. If it had to be a W, what would you pick? And if it had to be any, what would you pick?
You know what? I had some Fleetwood Mac going on the ride back, so I'll go with them. First group that popped into my head on the ride back.
All right. How about the W? I've got a good one, but I'm older than you.
I don't know, Weezer?
Yes, that's what I was going with.
I was going thinking Willie Nelson.
Yeah, that works too.
Waylon and Willie. And the boys.
Zach, looking red.
Like our back, yep.
Past the cigar. You were at the beach earlier today.
Just getting some R&R. Just a little off-day R&R.
So what'd you do? You made a little trip to Wilmington? Made it a night-day trip?
So pretty much. So went to Wilmington. Little 520 hit on Channel 9. Get up, shoot the game at 6 o'clock. Got to watch with my good old buddy Watkins, another W. And, that was a nice Pirate win, which I know we'll talk about.
They were eating W's.
They were. And the team that's called W was eating an L. Eat some Seahawk wings. Yeah.
Tasty.
So that was good right after the Seahawk takeover on Seahawk Radio here yesterday. So it was, that was good. And then, went to a couple bars in Wilmington last night and then got up this morning, went to Wrightsville Beach, another W. I don't know what is going on with the Letter W today.
Joe Webb. We talked to Joe Webb.
Oh my God! I mean,
another W. This is like
Walker Barron at an RBI.
Sesame Street. Letter of the day.
Letter of the day.
You know, he mentioned Red Auerbach, Seahawks, Steel Nation. The Hornets whooped the Celtics' ass last night.
Oh, that was bad, huh?
That was.
I loved your tweet.
That was eye opening.
I loved your tweet. At least one team in teal showed up last night.
Had to roast old Kenneth.
He couldn't let him.
Man, I mean, look, I was not going into that game with high hopes for a W.
Neither was I.
I thought we could cover the 6.5. But man, Zach Lewis, intern Zach, had a great point. He's like, Pat Connaughton's hitting threes in like the first quarter. It's like, you already know it's out of hand if Pat Connaughton's in the game.
They are on this is like, I don't know. I was trying to think, Zach, and we'll see what this leads to. Does it lead to a play-in win? Does it lead to a play-in loss? Does it lead to them getting the 6th seed and maybe winning a few games?
I want them in a series so bad.
But, like, what is the equivalent to this? Like, a team that was dead, and now they are legitimately like a top 10 team in the league.
What about, I was thinking maybe college basketball, Kevin Keats State making the Final Four?
They were definitely dead.
Yeah.
And they went on a run, although their run all happened
in the postseason.
And the conference tournament, like before,
because they were terrible during the regular season that year.
So I don't
Lost 4 in a
know.
row.
This is wild. They are legitimately good with that starting lineup now. They are. What is their record, Jared?
20-2.
20-2.
Their win percentage is .909. That is better than both the number 1 seed in the West and East. And we've beaten both.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's there is something happening, and it's
we have
they're over 500.
We have beaten the last 3 NBA champions by more than 20 points, I believe.
Well, everybody does that, right?
No, you have to go back. They joined a great group. Hornets, just the 4th team
teams
in NBA
that you've
history.
never heard of that don't exist anymore.
4th team in NBA history to beat the last 3 reigning NBA champions by 20-plus points each in the same season. Got to go back 60 years to the 58-59 Syracuse Nationals, the 56-57 Fort Wayne Pistons, and the 49-50 Rochester Royals.
I mean,
and
it's insane.
And another one from NBA history. Charlotte's 6th straight victory, each by 15 or more points, marks the longest such streak since the 17-18 Warriors.
Wow.
I think it ended pretty well for that team.
This is real and spectacular. So I'm interested to see where it goes. All right. Pirate Baseball gets the win, guys, last night. You were there.
Yep.
Give me a report from your eyeballs.
Yeah, I'll start. Just the Pirates, obviously, Cliff Godwin kind of challenged his position players coming off of Sunday where they had 6 hits. But, I mean, he kind of, in his own words, said it to us. You know, guys were kind of lining out and just kind of getting a little unlucky at the plate and almost feeling sorry for themselves. And he didn't like that. And I thought they bounced back really nicely. Got timely 2-out hitting. Got a big hit from Austin Irby. Got another one from Walker Barron. Those proved crucial in a 9th inning where Brett Antolik ran into trouble, but was able to dance out of it to his credit. And really a nice bounce back win that gives them momentum going into a series with depleted Coastal, who's really scuffling right now.
Yeah.
MVP of last night was somebody who's had a disappointing start. Joe Webb. Good Lord.
Yeah.
What an outing. One pitch away from an immaculate inning. He was, very fired up coming off the mound. It was fun to watch.
What's your favorite Joe Webb cut on our New Blue Pirate Report, Jarrett?
Let's see.
Big decision.
Number 5.
Shirley, can we hear Joe Webb 5? What's it like being one of the few guys Cliff allows to call their own pitches?
Just scouting, seeing the swings, reading swings off guys, and then, just whatever I'm feeling that day. Some days the splitter's working, some days the curveball's working. Whatever I feel in that moment and is working that day. That's just kind of how it goes.
Well, it was working, I guess, last night.
But that's what made it, I think, that much more satisfying for a guy like that as it hasn't been so far this year. And there's been times it hasn't really been like a relevant topic to a game yet where it felt like something to ask Cliff about post game because he's only gone like an inning or two. But this is the first time it really, he showed what his stuff can be, and can be kind of a long relief guy out of the pen, which they're going to need, in Clearwater and a regional. And you really can see it now where they projected that he can be.
Yeah, and I said on the air yesterday, like the question I wanted to answer was the back end of the bullpen, and we didn't really need an answer because you saw four guys who. Joe Webb hasn't started, but 4 quality pitchers, 4 guys who could start for this team. So, I mean, it's kind of good we didn't have to go into the Luke Payne, Frank Saccone, those kind of guys.
You can save them for the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shirley, can we hear Cliff Godwin cut 3? He talked about Joe Webb's progression.
Yeah, I think he just was trying to do too much. I mean, trying to throw too many pitches, change the arm slot too much, and you could see early on he was just kind of going over the top. Then he dropped down a few times as the outing went on. So Coach Knight is the best pitch coach in the country. He does a tremendous job with him, got him in a good headspace, and shout out to Bobby Dale Reynolds as well because he gave him a call.
And Austin Irby also talked about Joe Webb's stellar outing. Cut 3 from Austin Irby.
He's awesome to watch. We know that what he's capable of doing. He can be really, really gross, and he's really going to help us. I'm glad that he took a good step in the right direction today. So.
Shirley, he cut 4 as well. What's it like a guy who's in the zone on the mound like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. You kind of, now that we've seen him pitch more, we kind of feel like we know how his head's working. And it's fun watching him kind of do his own thing out there. And really, when he's in control of it like he was today, it's fun to watch.
Can you get cut 3 again real quick?
He's awesome to watch. We know that what he's capable of doing. He can be really, really gross, and he's really going to help us. I'm glad that he took a good step in the right direction today. So.
Do you think he can be really, really gross? Would be a good cut to have on deck?
Yeah.
Okay. Shirley, maybe get that one for us. He could be really, really gross.
Did one of us say tail? Pitch his tail?
What's it? You want to...
No,
I crafted that.
Okay. I mean, you kind of just black out when you're doing those post game interviews.
I may have said that. Well, I knew going in I wanted to ask about the calling his own game stuff because we haven't had a chance. I haven't had really a chance to ask.
That's very
about
interesting.
And Cliff Cliff and AK do not let guys do that. Like that's not the thing they really particularly
Why is he get to do it?
It's just being a veteran and being like, I think the work he put in over the fall where he just kind of earned the trust. And again, this is a new guy to the program. Was at Liberty, hasn't been, a 4-year Pirate or anything like that. But like the fact that he came in, built the trust to the point where he can do that. And Austin Knight is letting him, do that. And then he executes that against the UNCW lineup that, they got a series win over UConn over the weekend. Like the record's not great, but they're not scrubs. We don't want no scrubs, but it's good lineup, but he shut him down.
He's getting some love from me. And being from Liberty and that slow start, I thought he might flame out as a pitcher. I feel like he's coming around.
Oh, yeah.
He comes in with that funky arm slot, almost Danny Beal-like, and I think that...
Danny Beal on steroids, he was called by Cliff Godwin.
Oh, yeah.
You were looking at me with the blankest of stares.
No, I was trying to remember, and then I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You guys black out during press conferences or something.
I don't know what happened. I blacked out. I don't know.
Jared, do you really black out during press conferences?
I mean, I kind of just forget what I plan to ask, and then
I know what you mean.
Exactly what I asked.
I'm just kind of a stream of consciousness, Clip. You know this by now, so I just kind of ask whatever's on.
You continued the post game press conference after the post game press conference. You went up to Cliff and Palumbo and were just like, "Hey, you guys going back? You going to Godway today?"
So
I'm glad I asked that because that was like kind of an important. I think it's kind of an important detail. Though.
Zach texts just like he talks because I sent out a text to Hud, Nadu, and Zach when I left the house today, and did the whole reminder / you available.
You get it 320.
And my phone kept buzzing in my pocket. It was like buzz, 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 and I was like, sweet, I got a response from all of them, and it was just all Zach.
Well, I sent all right for everyone at home. I sent him a text because I was sitting there looking at the betting lines for college basketball, and I'm just so excited to take these Arch Madness unders.
Can I read this in Zach's voice?
Yeah. You got
Clip said,
"You available at 3:30?"
Yes, sir. We'll see you in studio in a few hours. In the meantime, cooking up some college basketball bets from the beach. Picture of the beach. You said,
nice.
Excited to log in on Arch Madness with you and the PRO crew. Unders are the move.
All I said was, "Are you available?" A simple yes would have been cool, but
I was like, "Wait, no, Cliff, you got to see what I'm up to here."
And I appreciate if you're going to send a book as a response, at least include pictures, and you did. So
That's how you keep the audience intrigued.
I know.
He's a newsman. I mean, so much of the news is depressing. They have to figure out how to keep people engaged.
It can't just be words and TV clip. You got to show, don't tell.
Ooh, show and tell is a game we play. Let's check in with the chat gang here on a Thursday. Jerry says hello. He also says we are the Pirate Radio Live chat gang. Josh says, how about them friggin' Pirates? UNC Wrightsville took the L last night.
How about them Pirates, baby? Wow, perfectly timed.
That was
I was going to call for it. She was wrong.
Jamie says, hey now.
Hey now.
He says, Wu-Tang forever. Josh says, love the shirt, Jabone.
Yes, sir. Bo Cephas.
Chad says, bang, bang, Pirate Radio Live chat gang.
Bang, bang.
Chad's bringing me some Knipple cards tomorrow.
Is he?
Yes.
Knipple?
Can't wait. Jerry says, as a man of my word, I hit the follow button on social media today, officially following the Hornets. So Jerry's doing little
Excitement time!
Congratulations,
like I did.
Jerry. They are above 500, and I guess I'm going to have to. I haven't done it yet, but I got to get FanDuel Sports Network.
Yes,
I said I would.
That's probably going to be running about $40 because it's 20.
You only got to do it for a month though.
Oh yeah.
Seasons. I mean, you only got a month left in the regular season.
Not bad.
Have you followed the Hornets yet, Clip?
Yeah,
I did that. Yeah, a while back.
Okay.
But I can't remember what they did. Maybe won 3 in a row.
The win streak?
But yeah, I had to refollow them. PJ says, hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey!
What's up, PJ? Jamie said, Fort Wayne Pistons, heck of a team. Kenny said, Clip, did you catch the fight between Canada and Mexico in baseball?
calm down.
It looked really intense. So I saw John Boy post a video. I thought it was old, but did that happen recently?
I guess so.
So I did see the slide, and I just scrolled on because I thought it was like from a past World Baseball Classic, but I need to go look at it. I saw the Canada guy take out the Mexico guy with the slide.
Speaking of fights, did you see South Alabama, Coastal Carolina win?
Oh, my God.
They knocked out a ref.
Shirley did the play-by-play.
They killed her. They literally
What?
killed her. I mean, not literally.
Dead.
But the ref was laid out. This is a cat fight, man.
You're like my daughter who doesn't know how to use the word literally correctly.
Well, I mean, I know how to use it. I'm just hyperbole.
Sunbelt Hoops gets wild now.
We're live, pal.
We're live, pal.
Lane says my 16-0 is off to a great start. He said the Pirates were going to win 16 straight. So 1 down, 15 to go.
Is that what they did in 22? Was it 16 in a row when they hosted the Super?
Maybe. Is that right, Lane? It might be even more.
Let us know, Lane.
Kenny says Western Carolina might be for real.
Yeah, they beat Georgia.
Everybody's beating Georgia, though, right?
Yeah, Troy beat them.
Well, Troy beat him too. We were trying to do the.
We're better than Georgia. That's what we figured out.
Yeah, we were trying to do the corollary.
And I mean, with the picture like Brad Pruitt. I mean, come on.
Transitive property. Oh yeah, forgot about it.
I'm kidding. He was fine.
Jared and I were trying to do the transitive property though.
I know. I heard like 5 seconds ago.
But I had the word wrong. I had to correct myself.
What did you say? A coronary?
I said corollary. I'm like, no, that's not it. It's transitive property.
Corey and Larry. They're going to pull through. We hollered at Corey and Larry.
Corey, Larry, Waylon, and Willie.
We're going on a double date this weekend with Cora and Larry. Lane said sweep coming this weekend.
Yes,
Jamie said one of the Hey, did you see Jamie?
Yeah,
I saw him.
Shout out Jamie.
You saw Jamie?
Oh yeah,
I've seen you.
Oh yeah. Shout out Jamie.
Not a weirdo.
No. This guy though.
2 years in a row I've seen him. He's been normal both times.
Hey,
This guy is an a-hole. He wouldn't sign a kid's baseball.
All right, hold on. Hold that thought. Jamie, would you say Zach Kaplan's a weirdo? Be honest.
It's okay.
Lane says it was
yes.
22 in a row.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, I was going to say that.
Thank you. I knew
smart.
I knew they went on a crazy win streak that year.
Hunter says you get Hurricanes games as well. That is correct. Canes. Oh my God, Canes last night.
Yeah, they
had a
looked
great
up.
gambling night. Con hit his 4, but I had Canes minus 1.5, and they scored an empty netter with 14 seconds left.
They beat the Canucks.
Yes,
Significant to some.
and a wild one.
Significant
6-0.
goal.
Jamie said one of the UNCW staff told me he was impressed with Zach doing his one-man news stream.
All right.
Way to go, Zach.
Take that compliment.
Hey, Zach. Pike said he saw Doug in last night.
Oh, nice.
Pike ran into Doug. Did you see Pike?
I don't think he talked to me.
He just saw you.
Yeah. From a distance.
Pike doesn't like to talk to celebs. All right, let's get the story when we return on Zach not signing a kid's baseball.
Yeah.
Because I want to hear that.
What a tease. What a jerk.
It is basketball night in Greenville, North Carolina.
Sure is.
Pirates in Tulsa. We'll talk about that. And fired up for these conference tournaments. You got a bet for Southern Illinois and Drake?
Clip. I got one.
All right.
And I'll present it to the people right after this timeout.
Hate the Drake.
You know Pip Printing for custom printing and marketing, but do you know they also do custom apparel? Need a company store for your employees, team, or just to sell your custom apparel online? Pip has the team in place to get that up and running for you in no time. Come into our store at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville and check out the clearance sale on jackets and coats. Brands by Cutter & Buck, Gildan, and Carhartt with some items as low as $10. At Pip, we do a lot more than you think. Call or come out to see the We Do people at Pip Printing.
If you're hungry for a great steak with honest-to-goodness flavor, head over to Larry's Steakhouse, open Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m. Serving up hand-cut, aged ribeyes, tender grilled salmon, bold grilled shrimp, and juicy grilled pork chops, all right off the flame. Pile your plate high with a 25-item salad bar. Try one of our hearty daily lunch specials. Larry's Steakhouse, good food, good folks, and a good time. Located at 2800 East 10th Street across from the old Highway Patrol Station. Call 751-6510 for takeout and reservations. Larry's Steakhouse.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021 for a roof that's built to last and service you can trust. The Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie. Doug Henry of Greenville is your premier used car dealership with over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily to take care of all your needs. Doug Henry offers the best selection of used cars around, and it's easy to find right on the corner of Greenwood Boulevard and Memorial Drive. You can also find them at DougHenryofGreenville.com. Right on the corner and always right on the price. Doug Henry of Greenville.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles? How about tighten or lift your skin? Want a smoother skin texture or get rid of brown spots? Combining personalized treatments, expert training, and a deep passion for skin health, Beauty Bar Medi Spa is dedicated to enhancing your skin and boosting your confidence from the inside out. Contact the licensed professionals for a free consultation and ask about their newest technologies and treatments. Beauty Bar Medi Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation.
After years in the making, the new Papa John's Pan Pizza recipe is ready. Introducing a new pan pizza with edge-to-edge cheese and toppings, a crispy garlic parmesan crust, and 6 cheeses. It's the perfect balance of a soft, fluffy interior dough and a crispy crust. You'll agree this pan pizza was worth the wait. Order the new pan pizza today from your local Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Hey Pirate Nation, are you in the market for a member-focused local credit union or making a switch from your existing one? Then explore First Flight Credit Union with branches across Eastern North Carolina where all residents are membership eligible. First Flight members experience in-person service, competitive savings, and loan rates. Everything from automobile, boat, and home loans, First Flight has you covered. First Flight is more than just a branch. They're on a mission to take better care of our community. Stop by one of their local branches today or visit efirstflight.com. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality, they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you, humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
This is ECU head baseball coach Cliff Godwin, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. What day is it, Zach? No, what day? Thursday? I don't know why I was thinking it was Tuesday. So welcome back to the show. Shirley has a live read she's supposed to read, but couldn't remember what day I was supposed to do it on. Welcome back to the show. Ron Ayers Motorsports has been Greenville's go-to place for top-tier motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, power equipment, and more since 1975. Stop by their 30,000 square foot store featuring Honda, Suzuki, Kawasaki, and much more, all backed by Ron Ayers' 50-plus years of trusted service. Go by and see Jimmy Stallings and his team today. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
All right, welcome back into the program. Clip Rock, Jabone, and Zach Kaplan. Who is the greatest basketball player of all time? Before you give the name, run down the numbers, Jarrett.
First 62 career games, more points than Kobe Bryant. More threes than Steph Curry.
Wow.
More assists than Steve Nash.
Whoa.
More rebounds than Giannis Antetokounmpo.
What?
More blocks than Russell Westbrook.
Holy.
Higher field goal percentage than LeBron James. Ever heard of him? LeBron James?
I've heard of all those guys.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about?
Con Knipple.
Greatest? You know, the term GOAT is used too much these days, but...
Groat, greatest rookie of all time?
Groat. I like that.
Yeah.
Knipple.
Knipple. Hit it again, Shirley.
Knipple.
62 game run of a lifetime.
I said this on Tuesday, Jennings Hall of Fame, Con Knipple. Keegan Murray broke the three-point rookie record with 80 games into the season. Con did it 60 games into the season.
Oh, he's going to hit 300.
Ooh, man.
He's already.
This is Sparta.
They got like 20 games left.
Do we like the way the Hornets play, chucking all those threes?
They're going in.
I know.
And the other night against the Blazers, the other day against the Blazers, they weren't going in, and we still won.
Yeah. All right.
They're just throwing out everybody.
Pirates winners over UNCW last night. Talked about that in segment 1. But Jared, you set up something before we went to break.
Zach Kaplan, grade A jerk.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What happened?
He did not sign a child, mind you. One of the most innocent people in the world, a child, did not sign their foul ball.
Now, a kid got a foul ball in the game last night. And went up to Zach Kaplan.
He was decked out in ECU gear. He said, Zach Kaplan, I'm your biggest fan. I watch WNCT Channel 9 Sports all the time. He's like, this might be a hot take. I think you're better than Brian Bailey. Please sign my ball. And Zach said, no.
All right, how'd this go for real, Zach?
Okay, so I'm walking by the third base dugout to get on the field so we can do our post-game interviews. And the kid's like, can you sign my ball? I'm like, oh, you don't want my signature. It's not worth much. In fact, it'll devalue the baseball.
So you're walking with a camera, probably a Channel 9 shirt on.
Yes.
So he just thinks you're a famous guy.
I guess. Yeah. I wouldn't consider myself that, but...
But then Parker Bird goes and signs it, and I'm like, man, imagine the value of that ball. Parker Bird and Zach Kaplan.
Well, I'm just like, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, 2 years ago, if this kid was at this game, Trey Savage is signing the ball. Like, he really wants my damn signature, like, on the baseball?
I think Zach made the right call.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to take up space on the ball.
I just hope you didn't hurt the kid's feelings.
No, the kid was totally fine. Because then, Parker Bird went over and signed it, like, 2 minutes later. So to me, he also didn't have a pen, so that was kind of an issue as well.
That's not a good way to treat your listeners.
That's right, Zach.
If he would have had a pen, you would have signed it.
Take the pen.
Because I put my stuff down because I had a camera in one hand. I had the camera and my microphone in one hand. I had a tripod in the other because I did a little stand up, and then not comedy. Just
tell us one joke.
He's a great communicator.
Yes, he is.
Hey, Mr. Wang, what are you taking pictures for? It's a parking lot.
Dude, he has said that 80 times the last 2 weeks.
I want a real cat.
Caddyshack's still socially relevant.
Myself and Zach need to get fan pictures, probably in the parking lot. There's a tailgating. He's like, oh, it's a parking lot. God, man.
All right.
He just milked the hell out of that.
But no, I did put my stuff down, and then Zach and Jared kind of looked at me, and I felt bad, and then I went back over. But I'm like, "Do you have a pen? I'll sign it." And the kid didn't have a pen.
Take the pen. Shirley, that was indeed a cool, neat story, if I've ever heard one.
It would be a waste.
Cool, neat story.
If Jeff was around to hear that one, it was a waste of his time.
All right. All right. Alex Harper said, I love Zach Kaplan, #1 fan. Like, he may need to get the authorities involved. That's how much I love him.
Well, Goldsboro.
I'll smash anybody's grandma.
I might have to get Goldsboro PD on this one.
I hope Alex joins us tomorrow. He was under the weather last week.
Wow.
I hope he's over that. That's going around.
It is. Now, the ECU baseball team has really had it.
I know.
And Irby said he was just getting over it when we talked to him.
One of the coaching staff feeling it right now.
Uh-oh.
But I think due to HIPAA, I can't say. But speaking of text, I did text
Get better, A-Harp.
Zach Agnos yesterday after he
Yeah, that was crazy.
got.
How about that?
Bryce Harper, Aaron Judge, Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah.
What?
And I said, thank you for your disservice to our country. And he said, I answer when duty calls. The only man that can bring down America is Zach Agnos.
It's a great answer.
That was awesome. All right. Alex is good to go, brother. He will be here on Friday.
Good.
We'll be talking some Pirate baseball as East Carolina takes on Coastal Carolina, who are under the weather in other ways. They are hurt, injured.
Yeah, they got no arms.
No arms. And we need to take advantage of that and get them while we can.
No Cam Flukie, no Hayden Johnson.
I think these bats are going to be rolling.
All right. I hope you are right.
And the jet lag won't be in effect since they went up a couple days early.
Good to know. They'll have their sea legs under them.
Well, and it was great last night because I was like, I'll take one for the team and go ask. And I don't know who they were talking to, but Cliff and Coach Palumbo were talking to someone, and I could tell. I was like, wait, I should probably ask this.
What do you mean take one for the team? Who were people dying for you to ask if they were staying?
I was dying.
Okay,
to know.
all right.
Somebody else that was there was like, wait, they're going to Conway tonight? I was like, I don't know, maybe they're going back to room.
So this was off the record? Off the air? Or
Yeah, this is after the press conference ended.
You asked Cliff if they were going to Conway.
I was like, wait, are you guys going to Conway? You're not going back to Greenville, are you? Going straight to Conway?
And he said,
that's why we played the game on Wednesday, Zach. And I was like, you know what? I was like, that's fine.
You kind of started to say other things. I'm like, please, come on.
I think you understand social cues. You just don't give a damn. You just keep talking.
I know you probably don't want to talk to me, but
I got to talk.
Sorry.
You know what? I think to a certain extent they respect that I am that way because it's like
okay,
I don't put it on for.
Turns
people.
out he's not reading the room. There's no respect.
Look, Zach, they're annoyed with you. No, they respect me. They respect me because of my confidence and assertiveness. No, you're ruining a conversation. They probably haven't seen these people in a year since the last time they played in Wilmington.
They see me 4 times a week.
And Zach's like, hey guys.
All right.
Hey guys, Cliff just told me to F off. He's never loved me more. we're buddies now.
I am in now.
I mean, if somebody hadn't been like, Zach, come on, or then we'd be like, Zach, go away, he probably would have asked us, like, got any extra room on the bus? Like, I mean,
can I just hitch a ride? I'll leave the news car here.
All right. Zach Kaplan, what a guy, joining us here in the Pirate Radio studios. Pirates and Tulsa tonight in basketball. I'm assuming you've seen the line. Anybody in there? Not Zach, Lewis. You haven't. All right, let's play Guess the Line. What is the line tonight for Tulsa at ECU in Minji?
With how everybody's on their phone in there, you think somebody would know the line.
Yeah, true. Avery, you better be talking to a girl.
I'm going to guess the line is at 12.5.
Whoa! I thought the number was high, but you went even higher. It's 9.5.
That feels
appropriate. You think that's a good number? Okay.
That feels right.
All right.
Just don't let the Pirates win tonight.
I think it's too many points, especially for it being a home game.
Because, man, talk about tough environments to run into.
Hey, there's nothing else going on in town tonight. Hopefully everybody be out there.
What's been going on in town for the other games this year?
Oh, well, Sunday you had baseball. It was a nice day.
Church.
Yeah. Yeah, so there you go.
Buffets.
Yes.
Sunday buffets. Some people like to drive around on Sundays.
Hit the K&W.
The Buck was open.
Traders
go there.
had their season finale last Thursday, so people aren't going to be home watching Traders.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's the last time you can go to Minji's Coliseum outside of the high school basketball regionals this weekend. For like the next year, unless you're graduating.
This is my last opportunity to go to a men's game. I've not gone to one all year. This breaks a streak of, I'm going to say, 20. Good God. 25 plus years of going to at least one game in Minji's, and I'm breaking that number. Unless I go tonight. Am I going? No.
Yeah, now I won't be there, but I implore everybody else to go send off Jordan Riley the right way.
That is true.
It's just a shame that, like, he is probably one of the all-time Pirates as far as individual effort, but it's just not going to be remembered. Because around him, it's just...
Yeah.
Do you think it will be remembered?
24 points a game. Like, I'm going to remember it.
Yeah, no, I hear you what you're saying, though, Zach. Well, I mean, he's not like an RJ guy that was here 4 years, though.
That's true.
He's a 2-year
guy.
And Jared said on the show earlier this week he's better than RJ Felton.
1A, 1B.
Your thoughts?
He can do a little more versatile and can truly defend anybody. Whereas RJ, I think, there's some bigs that he probably couldn't, body in the post, and JR can. So I'll do the edge to Riley on the defensive side.
Threw me off there with JR.
And
good old JR.
Felton could score as well as anybody, but Riley, when needed this year, has been able to do that. And of course, like case in point, he goes for 40 in the Wichita State game. And all we're going to remember from that game is how they absolutely pissed down their leg for twice in that game.
Easy. We had some varying points in the chat. Hunter says take Tulsa with the points. They can light it up behind the arc. Jamie did a parlay, made ECU plus 15.5. Josh said he sprinkled the money line because he's a money line son of a gun. So 3 different options there for you to go with. I have a bet on the upcoming Arch Madness Missouri Valley Conference game coming up in an hour from now. Zach, have you put in a play?
Oh, Clipper riding the unders in this tournament. You want a stat to consider?
Yeah.
Can we
get a stat to consider?
Do you want a stat to consider?
And
stats to consider.
For people that don't know, maybe you're just tuning in. This is the first sports show you've ever listened to in your life.
Sometimes.
Brian Bailey explains what a stat is.
The stats, of course, is a statistic you can look at.
All right. So with all that being said, what do you got, Zach?
And that kind of thing.
Can we get some sneezes?
He's got the loudest sneeze. Last year in the Missouri Valley Tournament, also known as Arch Madness, the unders 10-1. The last 2 years 17-5. Going back to 2015, 61-32.
Dang.
Arch Madness unders.
Good stats there.
So it has just been an ATM. It is 138.5 as I see it for Drake in Southern Illinois. Welcome back, Arch Madness. Here's to a lot of missed jumpers.
This is March. I might parlay Bucknell. Parlay Bucknell with the Hornets tomorrow.
Bucknell.
Is that what? Maybe Jordan Riley would be remembered for that more than anything. He lives on forever in the Pirate Radio soundboard.
So, Jared, like you, I hate the Drake.
Wow.
He also was...
how could you not like the Drake?
Embarrassed when the Kendrick Lamar deal.
Yes.
No.
But
they like him young.
I took Drake plus the points today. 4.5.
Why not?
If the game's going under, there's not going to be a lot of points. I mean, it could be like 9-6.
The line 4.5.
Yep.
You can see it.
Shaded towards Drake, minus 114 as I see it here on the sports betting apps.
But I'm also going to tail Zach Kaplan.
Oh.
And go under 138.5.
The other tournament where unders cash quite a bit is the MAC tournament.
MAAC, which they will have a new name next year.
Yeah, this is the last MAC tournament.
Which I like because there shouldn't be a MAC and a MAC.
No.
But there is.
That's why I always do the MAC, because you have to really
I think we get it. We've done it 3 times in the last 10
What are they
seconds.
going to call it? Is it good?
I don't think they've announced it yet.
Muhammad Ali conference?
They have to call it the ACC, the ACCC.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the AAC is open.
That is true.
It's up for grabs. Anyone can take it.
Right now we're the ACC. There's also the ACC out there. There's also the CA, the CAA.
Yeah.
There's the CUSA.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's also the...
Now what are you doing?
WCC.
West Coast Conference? Okay. I like that.
Sacred Heart and Iona get it going at the MAAC
That was the dumbest
tournament.
bit segment we've ever done. And we do 100 of those a day, but that was the dumbest.
There's a lot of brain cells that people are never getting back for that one.
I mean, who needs them?
The unders cash quite a bit at Boardwalk Hall, which is a terrible shooting background. The building is like oversized for basketball.
Where that is, Atlantic City?
Yeah. Where? Atlantic City, New Jersey.
I'm telling you, I lost my brain cells.
Where that is?
But did you see how I used those context clues to get Atlantic City? That pretty smart to do that, right?
Should I have used those context clues with Coach Palumbo and Cliff last night?
I would have, but
letting them talk to whoever they're talking to.
But no, you're thinking these guys respect the hell out of me, man. I got to go in.
They respect how much of an idiot I am. That's for sure.
I got to talk to these fellas. All right, let's take a break. When we return, Chad says, I want to go back to the Hornets. Anyone got any good nicknames for Con Knipple? We'll
Knipple?
Killer.
We'll think about those. And we'll wrap up hour one. Coming up hour two, Dog of the Day. We got Jeff Nadu. We still got Shane Calhoun and Coach Greg Hudson to get to as well. Busy Thursday edition. Fun Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this. UBE and PirateWare.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWare.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. Warm up from the winter with hot manufacturer rebates and store discounts. Buy any new Winchester Super X pump, Wildcat, Expert, or XPR, get $25 back. Getting ready for turkey season? Buy any new Winchester Super X pump shotgun, get $50 back. Or bring in the heat with a Savage $100 rebate on a Savage Renegade shotgun. Don't forget 50% off Nomad turkey gear. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. With 2 great locations already serving our community, Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And we're growing. A brand new location is coming soon on Highway 11 right across from Aiken-Crifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart. Local, convenient, and always friendly.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
When it comes to building or remodeling your home, every detail matters. Hi, this is Kathy Herring with KDL Construction, and we believe great design begins with careful planning and ends with flawless execution. With open communication and a true partnership mindset, we guide you through every step, turning your vision into reality. Our goal, to deliver more than a building project. We create an experience that is seamless, stress-free, and inspiring. Visit KDLConstructionLLC.com to start your transformation today. KDL Construction, your vision, our craft.
Miss Shirley, play my dad's commercial now.
Okay, Lincoln, you got it.
Looking for the best ride on four wheels? I'm Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts in Greenville. From parts to sales to service, we've got you covered with E-Z-Go, Club Car, and rugged utility carts ready to roll. Locally owned and operated, we'll even deliver right to you. Come see me on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School, or visit 360golfcarts.com.
360 Golf Carts, pirates supporting pirates. Arr!
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? Call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting pirates.
Big news from the Rick House. The Rick House has a brand new menu that you're absolutely going to love. New on the menu are creamy garlic parm chicken pasta, crab cakes, and our new porterhouse, half filet, half strip, tender and juicy, and grilled to perfection. The Rick House is the area's bourbon authority, featuring Willet, Jefferson Tropics, and the Frank Sinatra Select by Jack Daniels. The new menu features new, lower prices. The Rick House, Red Banks Road in Greenville.
This is Zach Agnos, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Is your office printer on the fritz? Don't wait days for a repair. Contact the professionals at CopyPro, where they promise fast 3-hour service on all your office printing devices. Contact CopyPro today for a free office printing analysis to help you cut costs and boost efficiency. For reliable, fast service, call CopyPro today at 756-3175. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Oh my God, I'm tired from that break.
Yeah. That was a great point, Zach. Joe Mazzulla is the worst head coach in the NBA.
After last night. Oh, we talked about 100 different topics during the break. I told Zach he can't stop talking.
Me? No.
But
never.
Zach, I do respect the person you are. I think you're an awesome guy.
A lot of respect, man. Just the ultimate
tremendous
respect.
amount of
Just
respect.
so much respect.
Great respect. Great amount of respect.
Incredible
Most
respect.
Is that what people with schizophrenia hear?
All right.
Just Mike Schwartz is the Jiminy Cricket in their life.
I know it's not for everyone.
We got Shane Calhoun coming up. And Zach, you said, how did that come about? Why are you having him on?
Yeah.
I'll tell the whole story, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Shirley Rhodes keeps up with everything. All things pirate related, and saw that he was signing with the St. Louis Battlehawks in the UFL, becoming a teammate with our guy, Rajay Harris. And I said, and she said, you thought about getting him on the show. And I poo-pooed it.
Yeah, I said not a pirate.
I was like, I don't think so.
Might as well get Zach Root.
He left. He's an Aggie. He's not a pirate. And then we had Rajay on. He brought up, we talked about Shane Calhoun, and I thought I would be interested to get him on to ask him about leaving and does he regret it and, why he left. And so that is, and I changed my mind, asked him to come on. He said, oh, man, awesome to hear from you guys again. Yeah, would love to. It's like, wow, well, I'm glad I reached out.
All right.
I did the interview earlier today, and what a great dude. And I asked, why did you leave? And he answered it. And do you regret it? And he answered that. And you will hear that coming up on the show. So I think that's an interesting piece of all this, to talk to these guys and say, was the grass greener? Are you glad you left? Now, do you want to say what you said off the air or not?
That he's an example of the grass isn't always greener, because he went to A&M. And,
from a numbers standpoint, absolutely, he would have had more numbers, but the money was probably a lot greener there.
He signed with a UFL team. He's going to be playing pro football this spring.
But Rajay stayed here and is at the same point in his career.
And did not make
and has less money than Shane Calhoun. So who won?
How much less, though?
We don't know. And you don't know.
No.
Don't be dipping into people's pockets.
No, no, don't be. I can't be pocket watching.
What do you want to say, Zach?
What's up, intern Zach?
Shane was one of the first ones that I was like, wow, he's leaving for that. And I seeing his stats, he had 3 receptions for 57 yards in his 1 year at A&M. And I get he's more of a blocking tight end, but he had 2 touchdowns a year with ECU 3 years in a row. I was like, all right, he's already making a name for himself. People knew him as a good tight end, clearly, if A&M wanted him. I mean, he could have stayed here, had a 500-yard season, more touchdowns, and gotten a good NFL contract better than what
would he, though?
Yeah, he could have stayed here and caught passes from Mason Garcia and Alex Flynn.
Hey.
What the hell was he thinking? He would have put up huge numbers with those guys.
I like how you read off his statistics, like averaging 19 yards a catch is a bad thing.
Well, you only have 3 of them. I mean.
Hey, our guy Avery, are you going to crap on him? 25 yards a catch this year?
How many catches? How many? Hey, you know what?
No, look.
3.
How many catches did you have at Texas A&M?
How many Final Fours you been to?
Yeah.
So, hey, this was a hearty discussion.
Yeah, you're right.
Both, everybody had their sides.
Yeah.
Where do you stand? Take a stand.
Take a stand?
Yeah. On this issue.
I don't really care.
All right, that's the stand.
He did the thing that he thought was best for him and his family, and so I'm not going to fault somebody. Now, jokingly, I'll make fun. Not a pirate. Why we have him on the show? This is an Aggie radio. What the hell are we doing? But
Jared walked out. You literally were not there for the interview.
Yeah,
you walked out of the room.
I walked out. I said, I'm not going to be a part of this. This is ridiculous. Mark had to talk me down off the ledge. I was about to set fire to downtown Greenville. I was so pissed. But no.
Luckily, the fire department's right down the street here.
Yeah, I don't care. That's good for Shane. And like you said, what is he going to do? Stick around for a 2-10 season with Mason Garcia and Alex Flynn?
Didn't he leave after? Did he leave after 23 though?
He left after the bowl game, right? He left.
I thought he left after 23.
Maybe so.
Well, either way, what is he going to do?
He did
stick
leave
around
after 23, yeah.
He's going to stick around and play with that turncoat Caton Hauser? That guy's a bum.
And the other one, what's his name? Jake Garcia?
Jake Garcia.
It'll be interesting to see how all the guys who left from this past team do.
I think Jamarly Riddle is going to have a great season. Big fan of Jamarly Riddle.
And honestly, Zach, I'm going to forget about all these guys, but whatever. But
until they sign with the St. Louis Battle.
Exactly. Hey, and we'll have the same discussion a couple years from now.
Yeah,
I'm not going to make it a habit of talking to transferred players, and when we post stuff about Gardner Minshew, I don't like it.
Yeah, and he's a bum, and he sucks.
And he's not a Pirate, but I don't know. Listen to the Calhoun interview and see what you think about him. He's an Aggie, I guess, but he has a degree from ECU.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I think it's a pretty good interview. He's a very mature young man, so I enjoyed talking to him nonetheless.
And they start this weekend, don't they?
No.
Next weekend.
I don't know.
No, end of the month.
End of the month, okay.
They have scrimmages coming up.
How excited are you? Cliff Godwin, how excited is he for the UFL season?
I'm not excited about right now.
Yeah, me too. It's a terrible product. I hate the UFL.
I'm watching if Rajay's playing it.
Absolutely.
That's
if there's Pirates in action, I want to see how they do.
I love Isaiah Winstead is one of my favorite Pirates of all time. I will watch for him. I will watch for Rajay. One of my favorite Pirates of all time.
Cornell Powell as well.
Not a Pirate.
No, he's not. He's a rampant. He's a rampant.
Even better.
I like your loyalty, J-Bone.
If they're not a Raider or Pirate, J-Bone's got no time for these.
He's a big waterman guy. Pirate, Raider, sailor.
Yeah.
Anybody that
attacking force.
That is a man of the sea, he's a fan of.
Absolutely.
Big Navy guy.
Nah, I'm a Bucknell guy tonight, man.
Hey, aren't we all? We are all Bucknell fans tonight.
What an hour.
If you're betting them at least.
What an hour. How would you like to close out this hour?
Nicknames.
Oh, yeah.
For this Hornets team.
Yeah, we do.
I got one for Charles Lee.
Oh.
General Lee.
Oh.
Nah.
He's a Patriot.
I got one for Khan.
Patriot League MVP.
Has anyone called him King Khan yet?
I'm pretty sure somebody has, but that's a good one.
So is Bill Simmons calling him 2K?
2K.
I don't hate that because it's got like the basketball connotation to it, right?
Yeah. Also, he brought up a great point. Bill Simmons did. With a name like Khan, do you really need a nickname?
That's true.
He could be a one-name guy.
Yeah.
What did Simmons say? Nips or something too?
The guy he had on said something about nips.
Yeah.
That's a little too
Sounds
look.
like a
This is
Joe
a
House
family
thing.
product. The Spectrum Center is not Atlanta Hawks where they got Magic City night. Where we're having strip club theme nights. What is going on in Atlanta? This is a family product here.
Luke Cornett is not a fan. No, former Celtic Luke Cornett. And it might be a champion. Luke Cornett.
That's what the word I was looking for, Hunter. J-Bone, a big seaman guy. Men of the sea.
That's nuts.
King
Shirley. Behave.
That's nuts.
Cap, are you I don't know if I should extend this offer. Do you want to hang out the first segment hour or two when we do Dog of the Day?
Let's do it.
Is that okay, producers, if he's here? From a camera standpoint?
Zach can figure it out.
Zach, can you figure it out?
He's already intern of the week, so he might as well keep going.
He's intern of the year so far.
Wow.
Guys, should I drop a bomb on the audience?
Sure.
Or
hey, drop a bomb when you get back.
You know what? I don't like doing the big announcement. We got a I want to tell them what's going to happen.
No, do the Mike Greenberg tease.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen when we return. When we return, Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live, the return of Chandler Honeycutt!
This is Caleb Reynolds, lead minister at Eastern Pines Church, and I'd love to invite you to join us this Sunday at 9 and 10:30 at 3380 Portertown Road in Greenville. At Eastern Pines Church, you'll find real people, uplifting worship, and a place where your family can grow in your faith. Come see what God is doing right here in Greenville. We'd love to welcome you home at Eastern Pines Church. Visit easternpineschurch.com for more information.
Church services brought to you by S&K Trapping, East Coast Grading, Gregory Pool, Driven Details, East Coast Access, Cardinal Lock and Key, and RentAFishTank.com.
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
Enjoy the warm air circulating moments after you turn up the heat. Precise control of cooking temperatures. Enough hot water on demand for everyone's shower. The instant glow of warmth when you turn on your fireplace or fire pit. Never having to change a gas tank on your outdoor grill. Experience the affordable luxury of natural gas. Find out more at GUC.com. The 9th annual NC Pirate Classic is back. Coming Saturday, April 4th. Presented by Whitetail Properties Real Estate. Youth hunters from all over the state are headed east, and the top scoring birds will win great prizes. Weigh-in will be held at Davenport Farms on Highway 264 in Greenville. Brought to you by Sam Jones Barbecue, the Dixie Deer Classic, Grady White Boats, Greenville Marine and Outdoor Shop, Mountain Dew, Country Mart, Moultrie Cameras, Carolina Ice, Simply Natural Creamery, Fox Brothers Construction, BAM Pest Control, Doug Henry of Farmville, American Threads, Corey Kennedy State Farm, and the Robinson Law Firm. Registration is now open for all youth turkey hunters at ncpirateclassic.com. We'll see you there.
A new feature menu has arrived at Basil's in Greenville. Basil's new specialty menu is full of great favorable dishes like roast beef melt, creamy beef ziti, chicken hibachi pizza, apple strudel pizza, plus $4.50 margaritas every Tuesday and $3 North Carolina craft beers on Wednesday. Basil's regular menu and favorites are always available for lunch and dinner. Eat local, drink local at Basil's, your community restaurant and pizzeria on Fire Tower Road in Greenville. Basil's, pirates supporting pirates.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Bond. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street is now open 7 days a week. You can stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Zach Kaplan doing a little OT, overtime. We got, which had a fun night at OT's last night.
Chef's Al?
Sports trivia. Not lemon pepper wings again.
They still as good as they were when I was around?
I think I had the best batch I've had maybe ever last night.
Was that in honor of Magic City night that you got the lemon pepper
Was
wings?
that last night? No.
I think it's coming up this week. I think it's either tonight or tomorrow.
It was not.
Okay.
Jarrett Watkins here, and also joining us. I need to slip over so he can
be on the left side.
Well, Zach just ruined the whole bit. This is such a huge moment. I knew it was a mistake to have this guy on.
Was that wrong?
Hour 2.
Should I not have done that?
Okay, will you shut up for 15 seconds?
Seriously, y'all got to shut up.
I'm going to move over here. Can you move up a little bit? Up to the desk. Up to the desk! Folks, joining me in studio right now. Left side!
Strong side. Here's that. Well, this has been a great welcome back.
I know. We ruined it.
Man.
Why'd you turn Zach's mic back up? Turn it off. Shan, what's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Been a while.
Now, people ask, what are you working on?
Yeah, quite a bit.
Some people ask, what are you working on over there? Yeah. And we have been in the sales department working on some awesome sponsored segments, some exclusive sponsorships, and we've got one that we're finalizing right now, but along with starting to get ready for the party as well. And that is back for another year, and we'll have more details as the year goes on. So the party is back. We're working on those details as we speak. And then also Jay Glazer coming to town in a couple of weeks. So that is exciting stuff. We're ready to have him for our Pirate Radio Leadership Luncheon coming up and later in March.
It's a glacier. I'm excited about our March Madness promotion coming up very soon.
Absolutely.
As well.
Yeah, and we've had some success with that in the past. That's an exciting time. Excitement time.
Excitement time.
As Mike Houston would say.
Excitement time.
You're not?
I'm not excited about anything right now.
Oh, okay, Cliff Goblin.
I'm not excited about right now.
Sean is back. I'm excited about that. Zach is back with us as well. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Cliff. How are you?
Good. Anything you want to say to Sean?
Sean, it's so great to see you. It's so great to have you here. We missed you. The chat gang missed you.
Chat gang did miss you, man.
I mean, it is blowing up. I mean, and people are enthused.
A big rivalry win on the road last night.
Oh,
But the topic of conversation in Brooksfield Stadium, whatever, was where's Chandler been?
Where's Chandler been?
Yes, he's been in that Kona.
In that sales department.
Where's Chandler Bing?
You know,
Oh,
that's who I was named after.
yeah.
No? I might have told that story.
It's a fun Hollywood fact.
He's been busy being the salesman. No, a lot of exciting stuff coming to the forefront for Pirate Radio.
All right, coming to the forefront right now is our Dog of the Day presented by Doghouse Tavern. Located on 2nd Street in Aden, the Doghouse Tavern, veteran-owned pub. Every visit feels like coming home. Enjoy live music, karaoke, pool darts, delicious cocktails, coldest beer in town. Shirley, can I get in the background, kind of faintly, some U2 Dog of the Day music, please? It's all in a relaxed and friendly atmosphere. Come have a drink at the Doghouse Tavern. Dog of the Day here on a Thursday. Chandler, one of the owners of Dog of the Day, has something going on.
Yeah, Brittany, actually today was the last day to vote, but she is working on trying to be on the cover of Hers magazine. She has had a awesome weight loss journey, going from 395 pounds to 195 pounds. She is the Barbell Barbie, and her husband Mike own the Doghouse Tavern that sponsor this segment. So appreciate them, and she asked if we can kind of get the word out, and was going to do a Studio C interview, maybe like a 5-10 minute interview with her. Scheduling conflict, she wasn't able to come in, but we did have a post on our socials, so hopefully people were able to go out and vote for her, and hopefully get her on the cover of Hers magazine.
How could you not vote for her after that? That's unbelievable.
I mean, get out and vote, folks.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
Go to the polls, which is the link in our bio, our caption.
The Barbell Barbie. I'm the Cookout Ken because I be eating. Can you hit me with a Jordan Riley, please? Thank you.
I did enjoy y'all's segment the other day with a boogie with the hoodie.
That was fun, right?
That was fun.
That was fun.
I was sitting in my sales office, just like I gave you the Terrell Suggs with the Uggs.
You did. You did. Thank you. All right, Jarrett, you plan on winning one of these?
Yes, sometime soon, hopefully.
Like maybe not today, but in the future? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just blindly picking things now. I don't even care. I'm just...
Well, that's great to do in a sponsored segment.
Well, no, not like I don't care about the segment. It's just 0-3. I mean, the locker room, it's getting kind of tough. The players aren't really bought in. I've kind of lost the locker room.
Let me ask you a question.
They're not dug in.
Are you still in the fight?
We're still in the fight.
All right. That's all I need to hear.
You need to pick it up because I don't know if the people know, but we are at the end of the NCAA tournament. The person with the worst record is going to get a nothing bundt cake to the face.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's fine. I kind of like the other thing we talked about too. Can we?
What?
Like,
well, we've been making plans on the show that, other plans are being made elsewhere too.
But we can do both. I mean, like wearing like Jarrett's got to wear a Broncos Chiefs apparel on the show for a month.
Wow.
A month?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think a month is good.
A month?
And I would wear Cowboys, Eagles, Giants. You would wear Saints, Falcons.
Yeah, Saints would hurt me the most.
So in addition to the bundt cake to the face, which is that even a punishment?
No.
Nothing bundt cake to the face? That is
I would take it to the face.
That's a real treat.
I'd take a cake to the face.
It's more just comedic.
But I would not wear a Saints shirt or jersey.
You'd catch me dead.
That's kind
Are you raising your voice at me?
Yes, it's called a punishment. All right, so the records stand right now 1-2 for Clip Brock, 1-2 for Chandler Honeycutt, 0-3. You know Owen? 0-3.
I mean, he should be used to it. The Raiders have started 0-3 plenty of times.
Yikes.
Mike has been.
Hey, how'd the Celtics do last night, Zach?
Hornets.
Sorry, losers don't get to speak.
Jason Tatum.
No, he can talk. He'll just be off mic for the rest of the segment.
Sounds like he's 50 yards away.
Zach,
How do you feel about Jason Tatum ducking the Hornets? As soon as they lose by 27 to the best team in the league, Jason Tatum's like, let me come back.
They had to bring him the big guns. because
He wouldn't even have made a difference last night. Lost by 27.
29, by the way.
29, even worse.
29.
Team stinks. How'd they win a title?
29.
All right. Do you have a plus money pick for us? Maybe you could throw out.
Yeah.
If not, it's fine. But
Celtics to miss the playoffs.
hey,
plus money.
Since I won last week, I will go first. I'm on the tee box. I won, by the way, with Con Knipple, 4 plus 3-pointers. Hornets don't play tonight, so I can't do that tonight. I'm going to go to Arch Madness, Zach. I'm going to the Arch. And I got a little future. But the good news is this will pay out if it wins, I guess, on Monday. When is the Missouri Valley Championship?
Monday or Tuesday.
All right, so early next week. I'm going to go with the favorite, but you can get Belmont plus money right now.
Wow.
And they were
Good pick.
They were great through the year. I wanted to ask Zach Lewis about this before I made it official, but I've heard you talk about them, Zach. How about Belmont to win the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament at plus money, plus 155? How do you feel?
I like that. They have proven they can lose in conference, but that is good value for how good they are.
Wait, what do you mean they've proven they can lose?
That they are beatable to the other MVC teams.
They're not undefeated, is what he's saying.
Okay, fine.
Like
He ain't calling them a loser.
There's a chance they could lose, but for plus money, that's pretty solid.
All right, he did not make me feel better about the pick. I thought he was going to give me more positive stats. He went all negative for some reason.
How do you feel, Clip?
They're not even stats. It's like, hey, they might lose.
They've lost games before.
Oh, I don't know.
That's our guy. Thanks, Zach. Appreciate it, buddy.
That was an edition of Zachatology.
Jeff Nadu may have more positive things to say about Belmont. I'm going Belmont to win Arch Madness, which gets underway in about 20 minutes, the first game of that tournament. Is it the first game?
Yeah.
I got plus 155. Go Belmont. Who's next?
I'll go with Alperin Shingun.
The librarian.
Why do they call him that?
Shingun. Shh, be quiet. You're in a library.
And then what about?
I'm just now learning this is his nickname.
What about the goon part?
If you don't, he'll beat the hell out of you.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm going Shingun, 11 plus rebounds. He's averaging close to 10. What?
I just thought about that time we called Alex Harper live on the air and how he answered the phone. I'll say it.
Maybe he's doing something else in the library. I don't know.
All right, I'm going Shingun, 11 plus rebounds. He's averaging close to 10 rebounds per game. He has had 13 plus rebounds twice in the last 4 games. They are facing the Warriors tonight. The Warriors are the worst team in the league, giving up 13.36 offensive rebounds per game.
Wow, what a stat.
Stat to consider.
So I'm going Shingun with 11 plus. That's at plus 170. I think he gets at least 12 or 13 tonight.
Remember when Draymond Green said the Hornets are tanking? Can you do the Chris Paul thing?
The what?
The Chris Paul. Yeah, that's funny, Draymond, because you suck. You got a better record than the Warriors.
When did he say that?
A couple months ago.
Okay.
I'm going with Nikola Jokic, 3 plus 3-pointers.
The Joker?
Yeah, I really
Another
have
nickname.
Really have no idea who's going to guard him. If it's DeAndre Ayton, I would probably look at Nikola Jokic 60 plus points because DeAndre Ayton's a bum. And I really have no reason behind this other than he can jack him up.
You remember when the Hornets wanted him really bad every year?
Nikola Jokic?
No, DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
I thought it was Andre Drummond.
Him too.
Okay.
I thought it was Miles Turner.
Him too.
I thought it was Kelly Olynyk.
And now we don't want anybody. No, because we got our squad, baby.
Yeah.
You know what?
Because we got Musa Diabate.
We got the only guy we needed, and I said it all along, Kobe White.
Hey, you were front of the line, man.
You got what you wanted, close.
You said Colin Sexton who?
Yep.
Sexton what?
Yep. I'm going abstinent. No more Sexton. I'm all Kobe White.
Your texts are clean.
We go to
our guest picker,
Zach Kaplan.
MAC tournament, Boardwalk Hall, Atlantic City, New Jersey. I'm going to take the Manhattan Jaspers, the 10th seed.
Love the nickname.
Outright, plus 190 to roll the Fairfield Stags.
Jasper, load up the truck.
They just taste Jasper.
They taste Ron.
You know what I love about these tournaments, Zach? And I did some of this at trivia last night. The nicknames.
They just taste dry.
Jaspers versus the Stags. Like,
so good.
That's fun, right?
Yeah.
Let's have fun. That's fun.
We like that. We like that, right?
Jaspers.
We like those nicknames.
The pick tonight. Guest picker on the
Does
dog.
anybody have headgear? I know it looks like he's wearing headgear, but
Do you have a Jasper you can put on? What is a Jasper?
Is that a ghost?
That's what I thought.
That's a Casper.
I think it is a mythical creature of some
Isn't
kind.
that also a vacuum? What are Caspers? No, mattresses. Casper. I hear that on podcasts a lot.
Yeah.
This segment will not be making a podcast.
Hey.
That was fun. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, let's recap our picks.
All right, what do you got?
Shingun, 11+ rebounds.
I got Belmont, plus 155, winners of the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament.
Jokic the Joker, 3+3s.
The Manhattan Jaspers, plus 190 to beat the Fairfield Stags at the MAC tournament.
There's your picks for the Dog of the Day, brought to you by Doghouse Tavern in Aden. Go by see Mike and Brittany and Jess and all the fine people. DJ Wild Willie's birthday's today. He's out there.
DJ Wild Willie's birthday?
Wild Willie's birthday is today.
You get two wilds.
You can go out there and see him twisting the twist of the dials.
Hold on now, Willie.
Hold on, Willie.
Hold on.
Simmer down, Willie. But happy birthday, DJ Wild Willie.
Hey.
Go out to 2nd Street in Aden and check out the Doghouse
They
Tavern.
just tased Willie.
They just tased Will.
Tased Ryan.
What channel this on there? Is this the Plus?
Yes.
Go get Justin.
They just taste dry.
ESPN Plus.
All right. Zach, what you got coming up on WNCT Channel 9?
Y'all working on.
We'll have coverage of the Eastern Finals coming up this weekend at Minges Coliseum. Kinston, Martin County Friday night. Farmville Central did get upset. Sorry, Wes Hines. Sorry, Shirley Rhodes.
Can't believe Coach Williford and Farmville Central got upset.
Yep, 20.
It's whatever. But maybe I'll be on the Brian Bailey show soon. We talk about it a little bit.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
So they play Friday night.
Am I still on?
Yeah, you're on.
Yeah, we should have won.
Could you calm down a little bit, though? You're coming through a little loud.
I do apologize. All right, Mick Crum, I'm sorry.
You're screaming right now.
Oh, man. All right.
And then Washington, Reedsville Saturday. Shout out to the listeners in Beaufort County. A lot of fun. They have not won a state title or even been this far since Dominique Wilkins back in the 70s. So it's been a while.
And
Pamlico girls as well. Shout out
if
to
Martin County gets through Farmville and Kinston, I mean, we're talking about the greatest postseason run in the history of the sport James Naismith invented.
Yeah, until the Hornets get in the playoffs, it's going to be talked about a lot.
Yeah, but they'll have at least a month to celebrate that. Mm-hmm. And then the Hornets run begins.
Yeah, Hornets, Knicks, Celtics, Thunder.
Oh, what were we saying last night? It would be interesting to see whose season lasts longer, the Hornets or ECU Baseballs.
I said the Hornets because I think the finals end after Omaha, right?
Can we throw the Hurricanes in there?
Yeah, it would be close.
I'm excited about a Canes Hornets postseason. Thank you, Zach.
Thanks for having me. The segment is done and dusted.
Good to see you, Sean.
Good to see you guys, too.
We'll take a break, come back. More college basketball talk. Jeff Nadu joins us with some conference tournament picks and more when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday after this.
Hi, I'm sure you heard the bells and whistles next door. We're just securing your neighbor's house with the smart home features like cameras and security.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, hi, yes, I'm Mike with SCI Technologies. You know, Eastern North Carolina's premier security provider. We do fire alarm, audio, video, and security.
Oh, how can you help me?
Give us a call, 252-321-7006 for a complimentary quote, or you can email us at info@sciteks.com.
Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
Looking for the perfect getaway? Discover Washington, North Carolina, where small town charm meets waterfront adventure. Stroll along the scenic waterfront, explore unique shops and local restaurants, or kayak the Pamlico River at sunset.
From family fun to romantic escapes, Washington has something for everyone. Plan your next trip today at visitwashingtonnc.com and experience why they call it the original Washington.
Visit us in Washington. Your escape starts here.
Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination is here. It's Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, a brand new state-of-the-art outdoor amphitheater with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive away right off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids. Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, showcasing world-class entertainment and delivering exceptional experiences for every guest. Visit CarolinaCrossroadsAmp.com for more information.
Oh, dude, that home run just busted your windshield.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
You're not worried about it?
Yeah, I've got Brandon Manning and Farm Bureau Insurance.
Hey, Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
Winter is here, but Stroud's Marine in Greenville is still your go-to spot for your boat projects and repairs. Now's the perfect time to get your boat ready for when the warm weather comes. Don't wait till spring. They've got you covered with outboard parts at great prices. Plus, they're running clearance sales on select items, so you can get ready for next season without breaking the bank. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Strouds Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Ready to play a little kickball? Robbie's Clubhouse, a place for special needs adults and children, will host their annual kickball tournament on Saturday, April 25th from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Sarah Law Softball Complex located on Reedy Branch Road in Winterville. Come join the fun while helping the special needs community by joining us as a friendly kickball. To register a team, visit eventbrite.com and search Robbie's Clubhouse or call 252-916-9117. And we'll see you Saturday, April 25th.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles? How about tighten or lift your skin? Want a smoother skin texture or get rid of brown spots? Combining personalized treatments, expert training, and a deep passion for skin health, Beauty Bar MediSpa is dedicated to enhancing your skin and boosting your confidence from the inside out. Contact the licensed professionals for a free consultation and ask about their newest technologies and treatments. Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation.
This is Ryder Giles, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years, and you can shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for Pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. So we got Greg Hudson, Shane Calhoun coming up on the show from a football standpoint, but let's talk some basketball now and go out to the Turner Home Team live line. If you're looking to sell your house fast without making any repairs, the Turner Home Team is a local home buying company that buys houses as is. Justin and his team can provide you with a fast cash offer for your house today. Give them a call, 525-4780. Joining us, Jeff Nadu. He's been hot with his picks of late, and he joins us here. Nadu, how you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Hey, doing great. Enjoyed tailing you this week with you'll throw out a freebie on X every now and then, and folks can follow. We have Jamie in the chat a lot. He talks about he watches you on YouTube. You still doing? Is that daily for you, Jeff?
Yeah, it's daily. We're also on Saturdays now on. It's on Kick, Rumble, all the different platforms. Yeah, we do it on Twitter Live, everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, check them out, especially now with conference tournaments underway and all the action going on. And we'll talk about that some today. I've got one wager, Jeff, on a conference tournament. We do our Dog of the Day every Thursday, presented by Doghouse Tavern in Ayden, North Carolina here. And we just play pick a plus money bet every week. And I looked at some of the conference tournaments. Not a big number here, but went with Belmont in the Valley. Thoughts on that? If you had to pick a Missouri Valley champion, I know you probably like to go for better value, a bigger number maybe, but how about Belmont as the favorite, plus money in Missouri Valley Conference tournament?
Yeah, I don't have much issue with it. Obviously they ran roughshod over this conference this year. They had 4 losses total. 2 came in overtime. The other were by 1 and 7. So they were essentially in every game. They beat the other best team in this conference, Murray State, twice. I have no issue with it. Obviously, they're one of the better offensive teams in America. They're actually a pretty solid defensive team, very well coached. Yeah, I'd be hard-pressed to pick against them. Throw in they have a first-round bye. I think if there was a team that I would have maybe outside of them, I would look at Northern Iowa. They really played well towards the final 10 or so games of the season. They were 7-4 over their final 11 games. One of the losses was to Belmont, only by 5. They put up 86 in that game. They're really good. They don't turn the ball over ever. They're an elite defensive team. They force you into a lot of bad shots, which I don't know if that generally works against a team like Belmont because they're so good on the perimeter. But, yeah, they could definitely take you out of your game from the way they play tempo and that sort of thing. But, yeah, I would say Belmont, that's actually a pretty good price. Plus 155 in this conference, which has definitely gotten worse over the years. I think it's a great price.
Jeff, another thing I saw today, and I saw this on FanDuel, I don't know how many books have this, but it's teams to make the tournament or miss the tournament. There's a bubble tab under college basketball, and I just found this interesting because I know you like this team, and they're coming off a big win, but Santa Clara is plus money. It's only plus 108, but plus money to make the tournament, and they are minus 138 to miss the tournament. This is on FanDuel, and they only give you a handful of teams: Miami of Ohio, Santa Clara, Indiana, Auburn. But how about Santa Clara in particular? Is that worth? Because they got their conference tournament coming up. They just beat Gonzaga. They could do it again and obviously automatically get in the tournament. But how about I'm sorry, that was St. Mary's. But how about Santa Clara, a team in the West Coast Conference that's really had a great year? Herb Sendek, I think, named Coach of the Year in that league. But is it a 3-bid league? Would you gamble with Santa Clara here to make the tournament?
Yeah, I would. I have them in currently. They have a bunch of top 100 wins. Obviously, beat St. Mary's, who's a top 25 win. I thought they played pretty well against Gonzaga. I think they're going to have to make a decent little run in this tournament to almost guarantee that. But I think as long as they don't lose like the first game in their conference tournament, I think they're in.
Who is the one? Is Gonzaga or St. Mary's the one? Do you know, Jeff? Because
Gonzaga is the one.
Okay, so they would play St. Mary's. Santa Clara would. I'm assuming they're the 3, so that would be the semifinal if they make it that far.
Yeah, I have them in. I actually like this tab as well. One that I would take a shot with, Miami of Ohio, plus 520 to not make the tournament.
Wow.
I think at the end of the day, I think these people whining about them, at the end of the day, if they lose their conference tournament, there's really no way you could put them in the field with this.
I'm on the other side. I just hate that a team that won all those games would miss out. I realize they hadn't played anybody or whatever, but that, I don't know, man. And I guess I say that because we talk to Mac McCarthy every week. He took a lot of Tennessee Chattanooga teams to the tournament, but to get there, they had to win their conference tournament, and it just sucked. He said they had years where they were 27-3 or whatever, lost in the conference tournament and didn't even go to the NIT. And I get it, but I don't know. I feel like those teams are worthy of playing in the postseason.
Well, here's why I'm on the other side. Number one, Clip, I can understand, like, if you lose once or twice, you play 2 top 50 teams or a top 25 team, fair enough.
Yeah.
This group did not play a top 60 team. They didn't even attempt to play a top 60 team. They have literally a bottom 5 non-conference strength of schedule. Okay, they essentially played Division II teams for the first few weeks of the season. I don't know that they've been particularly dominant in their conference. I know they've won every game, but this is not a good conference. I think they're going to lose to Akron, quite honestly, if they get them again. That was the best team they played this season, and Akron should have won the game. They'll shoot better. I think if they lose in their conference tournament, I just don't know how you can make a case for it. I know that, again, yeah, but you have to look at me, Clip. Let's have East Carolina, right? But every game you play is you're playing Winston-Salem State and teams like that. I mean, I'm looking at it from that standpoint. They didn't even attempt to play good teams.
Yeah,
They didn't
I hear you.
to play Ohio State or anyone legitimate.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating to see. Can they close this thing out? And if they don't, man, they are going to be nervous on Selection Sunday. Jeff Nadu joining us. Jeff mentioned Coach Mack a moment ago. He'll be on the call for the CAA tournament coming up with Wilmington as the favorite. We talked to Wilmington grad Ken Watlington from WNCT Channel 9 yesterday, and he's a glass half empty fan anyway. He's nervous about Hofstra and even College of Charleston, who knocked off Wilmington. William and Mary swept Wilmington. Wilmington only lost 5 games this year, but I'll get to if I'm going to bet on them or not in a moment. But what do you think about the CAA, Jeff, and do you like UNC Wilmington to win it?
I think they're a pretty lukewarm favorite, if I'm being honest. I think this is a conference where I'd probably go a little deeper. Obviously all of these teams kind of play similarly outside of Hofstra, who play a little bit more defensive based, and they're not as fast tempoed as maybe some of the others. That can always throw kind of a wrench in kind of what you do. You look at Hofstra, really slow, 5th nationally in 2-point defense. Really, Speedy Claxton's done a nice job there. They're a good shooting team as well. And I think the reason I like them is just because they're playing so hot, right? I mean, they've won, I think 7 of 8 headed into this tournament. The only loss was to Wilmington. I would probably look towards them. Maybe take a deep shot with like a William and Mary, where they just get hot and find a way to shoot their way in. Problem is, I think they're one of the only teams that's never been to the NCAA tournament.
William and Mary? I think that's right.
Yeah,
I think that sounds right, yeah.
I could be wrong there, but yeah, this is a conference, a lot of high-scoring teams. I think Hofstra would be a shot that I would take just because they're a lot different. They can really take teams out of their comfort zone, and they're very good on defense, which is rare. Plus, they're playing well.
Jeff, let me ask you this. So I have bet Wilmington's lost 5 games. I have been on the money line or just minus whatever on Wilmington in 3 of those 5 games. So I'm not taking them anymore this season. You are a very, when it comes to gambling, non-emotional. You look at the numbers and everything. However, in the moment, you are emotional. I've seen you say, Vanderbilt's a fraud, or I'm done with this team. So-and-so's dead to me. Is that you just talking in the moment, or will you really stop betting on a team? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you seem to be good taking the emotion out, but in the moment you're very emotional. So how do you handle a situation like Wilmington for me, where they've only lost 5 games. I've been on the wrong side of 3 of those 5 games.
No, I mean, all in all, I really, as I've grown as a gambler, I've truly stopped just betting the teams eventually.
Okay.
Michigan, I've had no success with Michigan, and I likely won't be on them the rest of the year.
All right.
But even tonight, like I thought I was probably worth a shot here, but I've just had no success. San Diego State is another team I've just had no success with, and I'm lucky because I don't think we're going to have to see them in the tournament, but look, I still think you get emotional. I get irritated, especially with college, just because a lot of this stuff is forced or unforced, where they just do stupid things and they're kids in the end.
Yeah.
I try to take emotion out of it. I think especially when you bet the games, if you let emotion dictate how you wager, I think that's the difference. I don't let it really, in terms of, there's only 1 or 2 teams that I really feel that way about. But as far as I don't like a team and just bet them every night. Like, I'm not emotional like that.
Jared, what you
got? Jeff, I had Bucknell the other night over Army in the Patriot League.
The Charles Lee special?
The Charles Lee special, Bucknell Hornets money line parlay. They won by 10. Tonight, they're 15.5-point dogs to Navy. Not this game specifically, but have you been looking at anything in the Patriot League?
Yeah, I actually have a thought on both these games, actually. Navy has been a complete, kind of just trained. I mean, they're just crushing every team they play. 17-1 in conference. Only loss was to American, a game they didn't play well in. They're also 20-8 against the spread. They have one of the best marks in the country. They've really been what Colgate essentially normally is in this conference. I'd have a hard time getting behind Bucknell here. Didn't look good in either game they played, lost both by 15 or more. I think this is where the road ends. It would be an unbelievable upset. The other game, though, I had a little bit more of an opinion on. 7 straight games between BU and American have went under 140. Tonight's total is 142.5. I think that's too high. Boston has looked better offensively, but these are two teams that just are really methodical, really kind of take a ton of time off the clock. Yes, the three-point rates are high, but I just feel like both these teams just are always, they kind of know each other well, always pretty good defensively when they play each other. I thought this total was too high personally. Could be a game where they both hit a bunch of threes and the game flies over, but it's a conference tournament. Games mean a lot. I would envision this game's close. Both were decided by one possession earlier this year. That takes a lot of time off the clock late, too. So I played the under in this game. But I also think Navy's probably a pretty good play. They've been really good against the number.
Saw today that the American head coach is Dwayne Simpkins, and as an ACC fan back in the day, I remember him at Maryland. Jeff went to DeMatha, went to Maryland, and apparently has done a good job there with American. I think they went to the tournament last year, if I'm not, won the Patriot League last year. Let's talk a little. Speaking of American, the American Conference, East Carolina has Tulsa tonight at home. Tulsa's had what I consider a randomly good year this year, Jeff. They're 9.5-point favorites in Minges tonight. I don't see any conference. I guess they want to see what who's in it and what the seedings are and everything. I don't see any American futures for tournament winners. They're probably out there somewhere. But how about your weekly check-in with the American? Seems like South Florida has been at the top the last month or so. Any thoughts there on the American tournament starting up next week?
Yeah, I still really like South Florida a lot. Obviously they're going to be towards the top of this bracket. Beat Tulsa twice. Just a group that's playing really great. Haven't lost in over a month. Just kind of been riding roughshod over this conference. Just like what they do there. They're well coached. I think their coach will be gone after this year. Good defensive team, really rebound the ball at a high level. A shot that I would take deep, UAB. They have been just really unbelievable on the road this year.
Yeah, they have. They went. Yeah, it's crazy what they've done on the road.
The tournament's in Birmingham, so
they're not.
That's terrible for them.
But the game is not in their home gym.
Right. Yeah.
Technically, they're on the road, so I would still have some interest though in them. I mean, they have 2 road losses all year. One of them is NC State. They've just been wildly bad at home and great on the road. But yeah, I like South Florida a lot. I'm very high on this team. Maybe North Texas I take a shot with too. They're playing a little bit better. They're always kind of a weird prep, just quick turnarounds, play really slow, good defensively. Wouldn't surprise me if anything weird happens in this conference. There's a lot of just kind of mid-tier teams, but South Florida is, I think, the class of it.
See how many teams from the state of North Carolina we can get into the NCAA tournament, and I'm looking around right now, Jeff. I think the most available right now, the most overwhelming favorite to win their conference tournament is High Point in the Big South, minus 240. So the Panthers, huge favorites, went to the tournament last year, and the expectation is they make it again this year out of the Big South.
Yeah, and they should. I mean, that's a pretty poor conference now overall. I mean, you look at kind of the rest of the groups there. No one really stacks up well with them. They only lost once in conference this year. You're always going to have those games where you lose. One was at Winthrop. But yeah, I would be hard-pressed to pick against them. I will say one that I like, there's only 2 games left for the eventual champion. I'm surprised that LIU Brooklyn's not a bigger number to win this conference. They swept Wagner already, who they play next. They also would get the winner of, I believe, Stonehill and Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst is a tough little team, but it's their, I think, second year in conference. I would put them at like minus 300 to win their conference.
So I see it at like minus 150, minus 155. You're saying rather than like going game to game, just go ahead and take the minus 155. You basically get a money line both games, and that's a good value for you.
Yeah, I mean, you got to figure they swept Stonehill this year. They swept Wagner this year. Mercyhurst is a weird team. They did lose one game to Mercyhurst, but it was a 2-point loss on the road. They didn't shoot the ball well at all. Mercyhurst had like a huge free throw advantage. Yeah, I'd make the true number like 250 or higher. I think that's a pretty strong play. I mean, you only need 2 wins essentially. And again, I mean, if you just money line them together, that's a pretty good play. I think LIU, Rod Strickland's done a really good job there. If I was I don't know, like a Fordham or like some UMass maybe, I would take a look at Rod Strickland if I need a coach.
Is that the point guard, Rod Strickland?
Yeah, Rod Strickland.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Oh yeah, he was an assistant at Memphis, I think. He used to come to Minges. I didn't know he was a head coach now.
Yeah, so Rod Strickland, he was a great player in the Bronx up at Truman High School. He then went to Oak Hill. He then went to DePaul. He went into the NBA, played for the Knicks, the Wizards, the Spurs. Yeah, he was an assistant at one point.
I'm wearing a Wu-Tang shirt today, Jeff. He was referenced in the Wu-Tang song Triumph back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, we're Staten Island guys, but yeah, as you know, they were big with the New York.
Yeah.
I love New York basketball, so yeah, Rod Strickland was great. So yeah, he's doing a great job at LIU.
All right, man. Love this time of year. Love bouncing around, Jeff. We'll talk to you next week when the other conference tournaments are going on. Maybe have a last look at who you think's in and out. But anything else we didn't hit today? Any other conference tournament winners you like or games? You know, Carolina Duke coming up this weekend. Anything else out there for you?
Yeah, real quick. I also played. I would shop around for this number. I got 310 on this price. I like Merrimack a whole lot in the MAAC to win that conference tournament. One of 2 things is important. Number one, Merrimack has been the best team all year in this conference. Very rare that they lose. They're just a weird prep. They play this weird matchup zone where they hit you right at half court, really just forcing a lot of bad shots. Great free throw shooting team. Don't turn it over. I want teams in Boardwalk Hall that are going to be forced into bad shots. That's a tough place to make shots. Kind of a weird atmosphere there. It's like a ballroom, really. I really think this is Merrimack's year. They're finally eligible to get into the NCAA tournament. They bowed out early last year. I think they have a real kind of chip on their shoulder for Joe Gallo. They've lost once in about 1.5 months here. I like Merrimack plus 310 to win the MAAC.
Jeff, before we let you go, I'm looking at this now. This is on the Score betting app, but which one of these 3 options do you like more? They're all plus money. They're not huge money makers, but you can get Arizona or Duke versus the field, Arizona or Michigan versus the field, Duke or Michigan versus the field. Which one of those 3 options do you like the most?
Wow, that's tough. I mean, I love all those teams.
Yeah.
I would probably go Arizona and Duke.
Okay.
Against the field. I do so think, I mean, I was thinking about this recently. You know, a lot of people talk about investments and that sort of thing. One thing that I've done as a gambler is obviously I have more money now than I did when I was younger, but instead of investments, I'll now make investments in futures like this where, you know, I look at Michigan at like 3.5 to 1 to win the whole thing. I mean, I would be extremely surprised if they don't get to the Final Four. I mean, they've just been so difficult to beat all year. I think these futures are more and more. I saw one, a kid was giving money out on Twitter. He wanted Duke, Arizona, Michigan, and I believe Houston and against the field, and he was giving even money on that. So,
man.
Yeah, I'm more and more interested in those types of things.
Awesome chat, Nadu. Good luck, man, and stay hot. Have enjoyed tailing you this week, so I appreciate that. We'll check in with you again next week, man.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Jeff Nadu joining us his time of the year as we talk basketball, and very excited. Need to get that Arch Madness game on now. Zach Kaplan, professional handicapper.
Oh, well, I mean, looking forward to talking about Arch Madness with the PRL crew.
Big unders guy.
Done and dusted.
When it comes to the Valley.
Shout out to Zach Kaplan. You know, we give him bust his chops.
Well deserved.
Yeah, but what a guy.
What a guy. I was just thinking about it, and I know I did tell him to shut up and raise my voice. Did I raise my voice at him? Did I raise my voice at him?
Are you raising your voice at me?
But be that as it may, all time, like, good vibes. Like, Thursday, hour one always has good vibes. Even when I'm doing that tongue-in-cheek because I like Zach, and he can take it. And, man, he puts a smile on my face. I'll say that.
Yeah, sitting next to him, watching him work last night, it was kind of funny because he works so hard that he has no time to do anything else. I mean, he was trying to go get food, like, in the entire game. He was like, oh, gee, I can't even get a cheeseburger in this place.
Well, from what I understand, he's late a lot. So
he was there before us.
Okay.
Maybe we were a little late. I don't think we were late. We were there 30 minutes before first pitch.
I tell you what, you weren't. You weren't hungry because y'all were smart enough to eat some food before the game.
Yep.
Zach, not smart enough to do that.
Yeah, well,
but we love him, and he's a great guy.
He stayed over in Wilmington, so he had plenty of time, and he ended up getting a free cheeseburger.
And he went to the beach. Why are we talking about him?
All day, Ardar.
His segment's over. Let's take a break. We'll come back, wrap up hour two. Got Coach Hud, Shane Calhoun still to come. Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. We'll be back with you after this.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality, they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you, humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville. Are you tired of dealing with IT headaches? Does this sound familiar? Slow computers, constant crashes, long wait times for IT support, and worries about cybersecurity. If you're nodding your head, it's time to call cybersharks.net. We handle IT so you can focus on growing your business. Fast, reliable, and always there when you need us. Call 321-7800 today and get IT support that actually works. Cybersharks.net. We keep your business swimming.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Jacob Jiggins Cowart, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
This is Coach Blake Carroll for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin? How about erase veins and brown spots? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about their newest technologies and treatments. Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Arch Madness going on. I got Drake in the under. So far, so good. Drake up 11-4 with 12:22 left to go in the first half, first game of the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament. We will have a ton of scores on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck. Pretty much from now on, because we'll have day basketball tomorrow, day basketball all next week, and then that following week we'll be previewing the NCAA tournament on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So excitement time. Jarrett, if you could go to one conference tournament outside of seeing East Carolina, what conference tournament would you choose to go to for every game?
The ACC is no longer in Greensboro Coliseum, right?
It's in Charlotte this year.
Okay, so that's off the board. Probably Indianapolis, Big Ten. Madison Square Garden, Big East.
That is always my answer.
Yeah.
MSG to just you're in a epic arena.
Yeah.
They tend to have like some pretty classic games there, classic moments, like guys become heroes there, kind of thing. But my answer is different this year because the heavyweight battles that will be going on in the Big 12 will make me change my answer to the Big 12. Zach, where is the Big 12 tournament?
The T-Mobile Center in Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay. Don't love the venue, but Arizona, Houston, Iowa State, BYU is like the 10 seed.
Dang.
They dropped.
Yeah. Which, but that is going to be just some awesome basketball. So for this year, I'm going to give Jarrett my tickets to MSG, and I'm heading to the Big 12 tournament.
Have fun in KC. All that meth and barbecue. I'll be enjoying the bright lights of New York City, pal.
Yeah, I hear that's great.
Yeah.
You ever hear John Rocker talk about New York City?
Yeah, now with M. Dami running that place.
Zach, you could pick one tournament. Where would you go?
Either the Mountain West or WCC. I'm going to go WCC, though.
Are they both in Vegas?
They are both in Vegas, but...
Are you doing that for venue purposes? Or
no, because the WCC plays at some random one down the street from the Strip. That's like a tiny little thing. It holds like 9,000.
Is that UNLV Stadium or arena probably?
That's where...
Thomas and Mack?
That's where the...
Aces?
The Mountain West plays at
the Aces, I believe, play in MGM Grand Garden Arena.
Okay. Either way, you're going to Vegas. Is the mountain? So who's? But those conferences aren't great. I would rather go West Coast just to see Gonzaga, St. Mary's, Santa Clara.
That's a possible 3-bid tournament, and then in the Mountain West is a possible 2, maybe 3 this year.
Did you hear my chat with Nadu when I was talking about Santa Clara? You can get them plus money to make the tournament right now. Would you do that?
Yes, because they just have to make like the semis.
Well, I think they probably need to beat St. Mary's in the semis.
They have to make the semis, and if St. Mary's will just give up that game, then St. Mary's, Santa Clara, and Gonzaga will all make it.
Is the Mountain West tournament in T-Mobile Arena?
I think it is, but let me check.
All those hotels have their own arena, which is crazy.
That's where the Vegas Knights play, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's like the big place. Because I feel like it's in the Michelob Ultra Arena in Mandalay Bay.
No, it's at the UNLV Stadium.
I'll tell you what I'm missing right now, and that is I used to love coming home from trivia Wednesday night from AJ's championship week and watching Pac-12 tournament basketball late night. I used to love that. That has been taken away from us.
It's coming back soon.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, it's...
For basketball, it'll be good.
I guess I'll root for my Valley Boys, Fresno State, but I don't think they're ever good at basketball. But, yeah, I guess it is returning. But I for some reason, that because then, like, Thursday, Friday, you're getting the good ACC and Big 12 or whatever. But that Wednesday night, late night, I could always count on that Pac-12 post-trivia basketball, which is no longer here. Although they'll have late-night games anyway going on next week.
Cal Baptist.
Which I learned last week thanks to Zach, Irvine and Baptist not in the same league. But my Cal Irvine, I remember, Jarrett, what I do with them. Remember earlier this year, I picked them a couple times. They lost. They are conference, like just run through their conference.
Okay.
So I've been hitting with them lately. And I think they're, did you say they're the 1 seed or at the top of their league?
They were top. I don't know if that's finalized.
Yeah. And then Cal Baptist, you said at last check was like third in their league,
Yeah, I
I
think
believe.
they're 21-9. Did you see about Cal Bakersfield?
I did not see about Cal Bakersfield.
Their basketball team stinks, but one of their assistant coaches has been arrested on, I believe, 11 felony charges, and he was moonlighting as a pimp across 4 states.
Moonlighting as a pimp across 4 states. He had a stable of women, maybe men as well. We don't
discriminate.
We don't know.
Not we as in the pimp community.
No, go ahead. So continue to talk.
I mean, hey, people like what they like, man. And if you're just trying to make a buck,
yeah,
everybody's trying to.
I like how you say moonlighting because it's not his full-time gig.
Yeah, it's not his day gig.
Yeah,
he's drawing up plays on the sidelines, and then once the moon comes out,
is it legal to be a pimp anywhere?
I don't think
It's
it.
gotta
Maybe
be-
Carson County, Nevada.
Right.
I think that's
But
the only
gotta
place
be
prostitution is legal.
It's prostitution's legal there?
Yeah. Have you never been to Vegas?
Well, I have, but I didn't engage.
I mean, hell, you walk down the sidewalk 2 feet and it's like hooker.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's take a break.
Malik Hooker,
Let's
the
take a
player,
break. Let's take
the
a break.
athlete.
Jarrett has another new nickname, Superfly, says Jamie. I don't know if that's going to stick.
No.
Let's take a break, come back. Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live. Greg Hudson joins us when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday after this. Chico's in downtown Greenville is celebrating 43 years of business all month long in March with a special anniversary menu. Grab your amigos and enjoy blasts from the past menu favorites like Cancun oysters, chili dog, costillas, and chili rellenos. The celebration doesn't stop with your favorite Mexican food. Drop in for one of those famous Chico's margaritas in the bar or outside on the patio. Hurry in, the celebration menu ends March 31st. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with Unshakable Builders. Now building in Sutherland Estates in Greenville and Dolostone Court in Wilson with homes available now. And stay tuned, Cross Creek Townhomes in Greenville and Whitaker Glen in Farmville are coming soon. Browse available homes, explore floor plans, and see past projects today at unshakablebuilders.com. Have questions? Use live chat, fill out the contact form, or call the office at 814-9105. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
Attention pirates and runners, be sure to join the fun Saturday, March 28th for the Pirate 10-miler, 4-miler, or Double Down Challenge. The road race starts and finishes at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium and runs through the best of Greenville. Get in on all the action and reserve your spot at the starting line today. Sign up now at pirate10miler.com. Use the code Pirate Radio to save 15% off your race registration. That's pirate10miler.com, special code Pirate Radio. See you there, March 28th.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
When work needs doing or the trail calls, you need a machine that's ready for both. That's Honda's line of Pioneer side-by-sides. Choose the compact 520, the powerful 700 series, or go big with the 1000 line, built for 3, 5, or 6. Visit Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville, and find your perfect Honda Pioneer side-by-side. For your safety, read the owner's manual and wear a helmet and eye protection. Always wear your seatbelt and close the side nets and doors when operating. Honda side-by-sides are for riders 16 and older.
The 9th annual NC Pirate Classic is back. Coming Saturday, April 4th. Presented by Whitetail Properties Real Estate. Youth hunters from all over the state are headed east, and the top scoring birds will win great prizes. Weigh-in will be held at Davenport Farms on Highway 264 in Greenville. Brought to you by Sam Jones Barbecue, the Dixie Deer Classic, Grady White Boats, Greenville Marine and Outdoor Shop, Mountain Dew, Country Mart, Moultrie Cameras, Carolina Ice, Simply Natural Creamery, Fox Brothers Construction, BAM Pest Control, Doug Henry of Farmville, American Threads, Corey Kennedy State Farm, and the Robinson Law Firm. Registration is now open for all youth turkey hunters at ncpirateclassic.com. We'll see you there.
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live, joining us. Our next guest has an ECU Texas A&M connection, as does our guest coming up later this hour, Shane Calhoun, former Pirate tight end, who then transferred to Texas A&M. We'll talk to him coming up later on this hour, but joining us right now on the Turner Home Team Live line, former Pirate defensive coordinator, former Golden Domer at Notre Dame, and coached at Notre Dame, among other places. He is Greg Hudson joining us. Coach Hud, how you doing, man?
Doing good, Clip.
I love that we have got to know you. We have seen the kinder, gentler side of Greg Hudson. He has given me some cool stuff. Got a nice Notre Dame quarter zip and some other items. He's given Shirley some really cool stuff, including access to some games of her choice. But yet, Shirley is still terrified of you. And I'm a little nervous around. Jared's definitely is, because you physically assault him. But Shirley was like freaking out during the break, like, oh my God, the last thing I want is Greg Hudson yelling at me. Like, and we know you're a good guy, Hud, but you still kind of scare us. I just want you to know that.
Well, I got you right where I
Hud, a month or so ago, we learned about Coach Lou Holtz's health kind of declining, and by design, I had you on, and the whole segment we talked Lou Holtz stories, and that was to do that while he was still here with us, because I do feel like sometimes we honor folks when they pass away, and hey, let's do it more while they're still alive, right? But man, the sad news yesterday that Lou Holtz passed away, and thank you for joining us the day after. I know that's tough for you. You always call Skip Holtz your brother, so you had a closer relationship with Lou Holtz than a lot of folks out there, Hud. So I'm thinking about you, and like I said yesterday, man, hopefully you and your teammates, the Notre Dame family, the college football family, friends along the way can celebrate the life, and of course you're going to be sad too, but what a life to celebrate, right?
Yeah, it was one kind of a life that impacted, thousands, not just thousands of college football players, but thousands of other athletes and student athletes and students, administrators, and at one time he was such a large, highly requested speaker with the Washington Speakers Bureau. I could be wrong, but I think he had to get to the Colin Powell level to get more requests or probably get what the sticker price was. But I knew there'd be a lot of people honoring him online and on TV. But he's for the Today Show. They had something on the Today Show, which I don't really watch it, but there was a clip of it. And I didn't know this, that he was on the show like 25 years ago or something. And in the studio, there's actually a stairwell that goes down into the studio area from, I guess, their dressing rooms and stuff. And they've got to Play Like a Champion today.
Wow.
From when he was at the show. And people that walk down it sign the wall. It's massive. It was pretty cool. So it's that kind of ripple effect that Coach had, not only on the college football world, but also the regular population. And, a lot of people come to Notre Dame games, and, there's been presidents at those games, and presidents come visit the campus and speak, and they've come by the football facility. And so you get from the top to all the way down to little kids that, grew up watching Notre Dame football like me, that got to play for him. So, and I got to coach with him. So, I've been really, really, really grateful the last day or so about, what I got from my time with Coach.
Hud, one thing I didn't ask you about, we might repeat a story or two from last time, but I know I didn't ask you about his time on ESPN, and I got to thinking about it. I know Dick Vitale by the screaming announcer. Some people older than me remember him as a coach. I know Lee Corso as the college game day guy. Some people remember him as a coach. I remember Lou Holtz coaching Notre Dame. I remember him coaching South Carolina. But I also remember the college football final, Lou Holtz, and there's a slew of college football fans that only know that Lou Holtz. And I thought it was kind of cool, Hud, that he not reinvented himself, but had a post-coaching career and almost was a character. He was still himself, but him and Mark May going back and forth, like a whole generation of football fans remember that Lou Holtz. What did you think of that? Because you were coaching at the time. What did you think of him on TV late in his career?
Well, if you were around him in a social setting after you had played for him and were disconnected long enough, you got to see that personality was how Coach was. And then he did turn into a character. And I've had people say to me, did you know Dr. Lou? And,
oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so the Dr. Lou name stuck. But, that was his personality when he got to talk about, football and the things that he talked about when he was speaking. And many of those segments that he would do for ESPN near the end, or talk about the pregame speech, it was funny that there's a lot of guys that, as he was saying those things on TV, we were finishing his sentences before he said them from the living room, because those were all talks we had heard before, and we knew what he was going to say. So yeah, he did expand, sort of like Dickie V and those guys did. That's absolutely right.
Greg Hudson joining us today on Pirates Radio Live. I know, man, going to be I'm sure a lot of celebration of life events and things like that. Hud, what will you be attending? What's kind of next for the Holtz family, and when are you going to see Skip?
When they have everything that's going to go on campus at the Basilica at Notre Dame, and Mrs. Holtz is her funeral was there, and Coach will be laid to rest next to Mrs. Holtz up there at the cemetery on the edge of campus there. So I don't know the specifics and yet, but yeah, I'll definitely make it up there for sure.
Yeah, we talked last time with you about just everything, and you mentioned earlier large, and you were talking about the price tag to get him to speak. But he is a larger than life figure at such a small, diminutive stature. I don't know his height, weight, but to have the presence he had, Hud, and to get big linebackers like you to listen to him, that's fascinating to me because, as I said to you last time, coaches come in all shapes and sizes. But can you speak to that again, the little incised man that was larger than life, and how he could control the locker room, control the team, later in life control the room as a speaker, control a TV audience? Like he had mic control. He was under control, right?
Yeah, he did. He was very, very talented at that, and I know he worked very hard at it. And he had a sort of a booming voice, and it was different. And he could go full speed and make his point and his mannerisms. And I swear there was like a Jedi Knight force around the dude because, people would part out of the way like crazy when he came through the room. But he also said a lot of things that at the time not a lot of coaches were saying, a lot of, motivational tactics. Coach was, he was the first guy I'd ever heard about. We would do a relaxation period on Friday nights before the game at the team hotel where we would lay on the floor with our eyes closed, and I'm telling you, dude would hypnotize. And it was all about, the body achieves what the mind conceives. And those were things that what happened is what he did was working. People were winning, and they were winning because of the plan. And if there's anybody that ever decided that I'm going to create this plan, and he always said the plan's infallible. And when I say he's going to stick to it, he sticks to it. Nothing changes. And you're going to change. He's not. And the plan's not going to change. And it made you, it was hard at first. I mean, but once you started achieving success, you realize the method to a little bit of the madness. But, now I see these coaches that go on, and how many of them talk about, the process, the plan back in the 80s and the late 70s with Coach and into the 90s, where else he was, it was just a different word. The process with Saban, Lou Holtz was the plan.
Yeah.
But, and he was also a public figure to where he took the motivational things that he did in athletics, and he created this environment where he would go in and speak to the Ford Motor Company and these people about the same thing, and it worked. I mean, the plan's infallible, brother. I'm telling you. And if you hear other coaches talking about it, and I'll say, you want to talk about creating a culture? He creates it really fast. And and you saw a little bit of it. I mean, Skip had, so much of his dad's philosophies, but he just had it with Skip Holtz's personality, which is so infectious. Coach, maybe because of his size or whatever, he had a commanding presence that he put on you right away, and you knew he meant business. But I do know, I will tell you this. I have a friend that was in the band at Minnesota, and he just wanted to get closer to football. And he wrote a letter to Coach Holtz and says, I want to get involved in football, do anything, blah, blah, blah. And his name's Mark Williams. And Coach Holt sent him back a handwritten letter and gave him the number of the trainer and the equipment guy and said, go see these gentlemen. There is a role for you with somebody that wants to be involved in our program.
Wow.
Since then, this guy has become one of the biggest providers of paraphernalia and sports stuff in the country. And it all started, he'd been doing it for 35 years. And
wow.
It's all because a guy Coach never even met.
Yeah.
Said, come on over, we'll give you a job.
That's awesome. That's cool. HUD, 3 conference championships in 3 different conferences, SoCon, ACC with NC State, which they don't get many of those. Haven't had one since, I believe, 79. I just looked it up. And the old Southwestern Conference with Arkansas. But the only reason he didn't win a conference title with Notre Dame, because they're not in a conference, so he just won a national championship there, Coach. But man, all those accomplishments. I wanted to ask you how because like relationships evolve. You played for them, you coached with them, and you then are Skip's right-hand man. And again, you've referred to Skip as your brother. So how did your relationship with Coach Holtz evolve over the years? And were there similarities from day one to the end, or did it change a lot over time?
No, it changed a lot, like most guys do after they play for a guy. But I just got to see the other side. You know, Coach had a sort of a philosophy or rule that if you wanted to coach and you wanted to be a graduate assistant at Notre Dame, he preferred that you went away for 2 years and do something, whether it's to make sure you want to come back and be a coach and not use your Notre Dame degree to go make a great living with that, or to start cutting your teeth and coaching it and get that 2-year separation away from being a student and being around the players. So when you came back in, you had already been coaching and you sort of had an idea of what the boundaries were between the player and the coach.
That's interesting. That's a cool philosophy. I hadn't heard about that.
And I did that, and that's when I went out to California when Pat Murphy got me that job.
Yeah.
And then I came back, and you know, I showed up at the Newport Beach Marriott when I was out in California because Notre Dame was playing there, and I knew I couldn't get it done by the phone. I just went down to the team hotel. Murph's the one that told me to do it, and you know, I just waited around because I knew where the team came in the back doors and what service elevator Coach took to get up to his room around all the fans in the lobby. So I just waited around and surprised him, and then I went back. And as soon as I got back, it's crazy. He didn't come in and give me, you got to do this, this, and this. You're going to be doing none of that. I didn't get a job description, nothing. He just put me on offense, said, you're going to be with Joe Moore. You'll learn a lot. I mean, that's about what I got. But he did come up to me and he said, now that you're here within, you know, the office and in a different role in the university, he almost challenged me to learn as much about the university as I could. He said, get to know your university really well. And I did, and it gave me a complete different appreciation. And he was doing the same thing as he did as the players, because we had the Notre Dame experience during camp where guys would talk about different things, and people would come in from on campus and talk about things. So you learned the foundations and the history. But I learned a whole nother level about the university, which made me, I believe, he was doing that because he knew I would get more granular in it and I would do a better job. And because it was my school also. So that was great. But he, you know, he really was when you were one-on-one with him, he was a really good teacher. He knew how to teach things. He would tell you little things to do, and he would come by every once in a while. He knew he'd stick his head in the door and say, "Hey, you're doing a good job." You know, and that's all you need. You just needed that, you know, couple words, and you were good for another month.
But so again, he's the first Notre Dame coach I remember. So at the time, it was natural to me, Lou Holtz, Notre Dame. But like looking back at Notre Dame and the history and the aura and all that surrounding them, what kind of fit was he there? Was he a fish out of water at all? I feel like Notre Dame's like buttoned down and everything, and Lou Holtz is, you know what I'm saying? Like, was he? What about that? And the was it a clash of styles a little bit?
No, because Coach Holtz ran the organization like he was the CEO, and we were wearing ties every day.
Okay.
You wore a tie to work every day in the administration and in football, and so yeah, it was buttoned down, and the knot was tight, and you looked sharp, and he had the CEO mentality, and everybody having a plan within the organization. I mean, the assistants, the administrative assistants, secretaries, the student workers, man, they felt like they were part of the team, and he valued their role, and he made note of that to them and made everybody feel that special. But he fit in right away because he said he came in and he said we were going to win not only because we have good enough players, but what we're playing for and how important that was. And that's what the alumni, the Subway alumni, wanted to hear, that it was for, it wasn't for Lou Holtz to win football games. It was for Notre Dame, for the lady on the dome. And he nailed it from day one. And I wasn't surprised one bit.
Man, awesome stuff today. Coach Greg Hudson joining us on the Turner Home Team Live Line. Kenny in the chat says, sorry, Coach Hud. I know Lou Holtz meant the world to you. What a great coach, great human being. Jamie said his mom saw Lou Holtz speak way back in Indiana and said he was a great motivator. So, great stuff today, Coach Hud. And thank you for sharing the stories, man. And like I said, man, thinking of you and the Notre Dame family, the college football family, and even so many more that he touched, right?
Yeah, totally. And I know he's touching more with everything he's done with the Holtz's Heroes, and I've been out front of it and said it before. My life of recovery is nowhere near as successful as it is without Lou Holtz and Holtz's Heroes, because he put his hand all over me, and that's why I'm having such a glorious life now. He was still my coach, so he whooped my ass into shape again. So there we go. But I will tell you this: when I was with him every day since I worked with him as a GA, believe me, at 58 years old, when I saw him recently, or back a few months ago, man, I was still Greg Hudson as GA.
Some things never change. Hud, everybody has a connection to you, and ironically, our next guest has an ECU A&M connection, and maybe we can blame your daughter for that. Back when she was working with A&M and Mike Elko, they were able to steal a Pirate away, Shane Calhoun. We'll talk to him next on the show. He went from ECU to Aggie Land, and we recorded it earlier today, and I asked him, what was the 12th man as advertised? Is it overrated? And he said, no, I had expectations and it blew him out of the water. So but we got that coming up next. We'll keep the football talk rolling. Coach Hud, appreciate you, man. And we'll talk to you again next week.
All right, man. Go Pirates.
There he is, Greg Hudson, joining us with some great Lou Holtz stories and talk on Pirate Radio Live. When we return, Shane Calhoun joins us. Why'd he leave us? How come he don't want me? Did he regret the decision? And what is he up to now? We'll talk to the former Pirate tight end when we return after this.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. With 2 great locations already serving our community, Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And we're growing. A brand new location is coming soon on Highway 11 right across from Aiken-Crifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
Attention Pirates and runners, be sure to join the fun Saturday, March 28th for the Pirate 10-miler, 4-miler, or Double Down Challenge. The road race starts and finishes at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium and runs through the best of Greenville. Get in on all the action and reserve your spot at the starting line today. Sign up now at pirate10miler.com. Use the code Pirate Radio to save 15% off your race registration. That's pirate10miler.com, special code Pirate Radio. See you there, March 28th.
For over 40 years, Greenville Motor Company has been the name Greenville Trust. Driven by service, powered by trust, and now offering one of the area's best service centers, 8 full-service bays working on all makes and models. Their certified team can diagnose, address, and repair any issue, big or small. From oil changes to engine work, go to a repair center that you can trust for the life of your vehicle. Greenville Motor Company, locally owned by the Cook family, right across from Greenville Nissan at 1000 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. DriveHereNow.com, driven by service, powered by trust, Greenville Motor Company.
When work needs doing or the trail calls, you need a machine that's ready for both. That's Honda's line of Pioneer side-by-sides. Choose the compact 520, the powerful 700 series, or go big with the 1000 line. Built for 3, 5, or 6. Visit Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville, and find your perfect Honda Pioneer side-by-side. For your safety, read the owner's manual and wear a helmet and eye protection. Always wear your seatbelt and close the side nets and doors when operating. Honda side-by-sides are for riders 16 and older.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination is here. It's Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, a brand new state-of-the-art outdoor amphitheater with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive away, right off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids. Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, showcasing world-class entertainment and delivering exceptional experiences for every guest. Visit CarolinaCrossroadsAmp.com for more information.
This is Keaton Mitchell, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese, biscuits, and country food around. Country Mart is open every day, and they have 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903, and coming soon right across from Aiden Grifton High School. And both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart filling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Finally, a reason to go to Aiden Grifton High School. Folks, I'm joking. Charger fans, relax.
Dude.
Boo.
They suck.
Now, why do you hate them?
Because they're the Chargers, and their logo is literally the Broncos and the Chargers.
A Raiders fan, worst nightmare. The Aiden.
And they're just terrible at everything.
You suck.
I love Paul Cornwell, who I know he's not there anymore.
They probably beat the Raiders in football.
I'm about to cuss. Like what?
John Moy.
Clip.
Shout out John Moy, basketball coach. Big fan.
Clip.
Yeah.
Is the man. What are you talking about? You idiot.
Y'all are bad at football.
Is the man. Okay, can we say
It's a high school, man.
Can we
Are you
say
raising your voice at me?
using the Chris Broussard line that he used that we're not going to play on the show?
Mm-hmm.
Can we say, is the man like Carter? Our intern Carter?
Yeah.
I think that works, right?
He's a kid, man. Come on. That's all fair conversation.
Okay.
No, Zach, that is literally the dumbest thing to say. I know you're just busting my chops. You're giving me a hard time, whatever. But that should make people not take you serious.
Wow.
And that's why I nominated you for whatever that thing was yesterday.
All right.
Because you're an idiot.
Let's get to our interview with Shane Calhoun. Shirley had brought up maybe getting him on the show. I was like, I don't know, Shirley. We're going to interview all these guys that transfer. But I was like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. And Shirley, I'm glad you brought it up. I'm glad you mentioned it because I enjoyed my chat with Shane Calhoun. We'll see if you do. Here's my chat with the former Pirate tight end. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, former Pirate tight end Shane Calhoun. Got some news this week that Shane would be teammates with Rajay there with the St. Louis Battlehawks. Shane, good to catch up with you, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. It's been a while. It's good to hear from you guys again.
Absolutely, man. Good to have you back on Pirate Radio. Well, let's talk about now, and then we'll work back to your days here and also Texas A&M. But Shane, catch us up. So this happened recently. So what have you been up to, and how did you get the call and the announcement that you'd be joining the UFL?
Yeah, so I kind of had a similar story to Rajay on this one. Both of us had an opportunity in the NFL with minicamp. I was with the Colts over the summer. I went to minicamp with them. Had a really good minicamp, but didn't hear anything back. I was talking to the GM of the team, the position coach, and the head coach, and it was just a numbers game at that point. They had a lot of guys on the roster that they felt good about, so they weren't looking to bring anybody else in. Since then, I kind of went back home. I was living at home for a while, working a regular job, trying to stay in shape, with the opportunity to hopefully get a call from, an NFL team, CFL team, UFL team. And nothing really happened for me. In October, I went to the UFL tryout, kind of did my thing out there. Similar to A&M, I had a really good day. I had a great pro day at A&M, and that's what really gave me an opportunity. And then I kind of replicated that as best as I could at the UFL trial in October. Heard some good things, talked to a few different teams, but never heard anything meaningful. Fast forward a couple months, and, about last week around this time, I get a call out of nowhere, and, they're like, Shane, we're looking for a guy to bring in kind of with your body type. Is this, something you're interested in? What have you been up to? And I was kind of taken aback. I was really excited about the opportunity, and the opportunity that I get to, a chance to play football again was what I was looking for. So I jumped on it.
And man, you can't really be like 1 foot out, 1 foot in, right? So how have you kind of stayed in shape to be able to accept this call and to answer this call? Because we talk to Rajay all the time. It's tough when you don't know your future yet you're still 100% in like he was, but how about yourself? Were you working out kind of every day, hoping for this opportunity?
Yeah, it definitely was. And like you said, it's definitely tough to be, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You kind of have to have both feet in it or both feet out of it.
Right.
And for me, I'm kind of the person that I'm either all in or I'm all out. So for me, I was all in. I kind of worked out every single day just to stay in shape. And I kind of got into the mindset that, I'm just going to keep doing me, and an opportunity comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And you kind of just have to take care of that as best as you can and do the best with, what you do. That ended up working out for me. I got the call, and, I'm not the type to just, be sitting on the couch every day. So I was still working out just as hard as I was when I was at both of my schools, and it kind of looked out for me that I was ready to go as soon as the opportunity came.
Got to be a whirlwind week or a few days for you here. So if you
for sure.
acclimated yourself to, hey, at least you were in Texas. I know it's a big state, but how about the hub, the headquarters you're at? How's day-to-day going for you so far?
It's definitely been a little bit of a whirlwind. Still kind of getting my body into it. Still kind of getting used to how things are ran here. It's been helpful having Rajay here with me. It's good to play with him again. And it really is just kind of getting my mind back into the sense that, we're game planning, we're practicing, and getting the mindset back that I've had, my whole life, just getting back in football mode. I really think that's the biggest thing. And all the other stuff is extra. It kind of comes as you go.
It's a unique deal. It kind of reminds me when guys talk about it. It reminds me of the NBA bubble when they were there for COVID, and everybody's like mingling with each other. Because we talked to Noah Henderson a couple weeks ago, and he said he'll be walking around and see Rajay, say what's up, and then, but you got everybody there, right? So that's a unique deal.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I actually didn't know it was going to be like this before this opportunity came. And then, me and Rajay will go to meetings and we'll see Noah, we'll see Avery Jones, we'll see Isaiah Winstead, a bunch of the ECU guys, and then I'll see some of the A&M guys that I played with last year. So it's pretty cool environment. You get to see all the people that, are in the same opportunity as you and kind of, bounce ideas off of each other and really try to get better as a group.
Shane Calhoun joining us. We obviously selfishly would have loved to seen Shane end his career as a Pirate, but hey, we know how the world works now. And Shane, I don't knock anybody for taking an opportunity. You have to choose what's best for you and your family, and I totally get that. Having said that, why don't you love us, man?
Oh, man.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, that's good.
But I want to ask you about that decision, though, Shane. I'm sure it wasn't an easy one, man. But how about your decision to go to Texas A&M?
It was definitely tough. I left, the guys that are my best friends for life here at ECU. I still talk to them guys every day. I never missed a day, whether it's talking to Rajay, Mason after he left, or Tyler, Jack, Noah, a bunch of those guys. But it was really a tough decision for me. I just felt like at the time it was an opportunity that I needed to take a risk and take a chance on myself. At the end of the day, I had a great experience at A&M. I met a lot of great people, have some great relationships there. But also, with that being said, I'm a Pirate for life. I got my degree here, and nobody can ever take that away from me. So ECU is still home, and that's forever going to be my home as well.
And Shane, some things are the same since you've been gone, and there have been changes as well. One of those that can maybe fit into both categories is Blake Harrell, the now head coach at ECU. And I love asking you guys. I've asked, I guess, Sneed and Noah and everybody. I'll ask you, if I told you, a few years ago that Blake Harrell would be the head coach at ECU and back-to-back bowl champions, what would you have said if I told you that 3 or 4 years ago?
I mean, I would have said that's kind of crazy. I mean, it's a great opportunity for him. I love that for him, and I hope he succeeds in everything he does with the new team that he has. But just it was kind of different, with me growing up with Coach Houston, getting recruited out of high school with Coach Houston. It was kind of different seeing Coach Harrell be in that role, but it's even more exciting because I know the type of person he is. I know the kind of success he can bring to that team. So it was an easy transition. It didn't surprise me that it happened the way it did. But I'm excited for them, and I hope ECU continues to be great.
Shane Calhoun joining us. Shane, let's talk about your recruitment. First of all, remind us, where did you go to high school?
I went to high school at Creekside High School in Jacksonville, Florida.
All right, Florida. So what was your recruitment like? That obviously a hotbed of talent down there. So what was your high school days and recruitment like?
Recruitment was kind of crazy for me, to be honest with you. I was kind of in a situation where a lot of the big name schools never thought that I was, big enough, fast enough, physical enough. But it felt like every other group of 5 team in the country wanted me. I ended up coming out of high school with 40 plus offers. Decided that ECU was going to be the place for me. Coach Mines, he's at Virginia Tech now. Coach Houston. A bunch of those guys made me really feel like home, and I felt like I had a chance to come in and play right away, which is what happened. So that ultimately led to my decision, but high school recruiting was kind of a whirlwind process as well.
Were you always a tight end? What'd you play in high school?
Yeah, in high school, I was always a tight end. Growing up, I played a little bit of defense, linebacker, defensive end, things like that. But throughout high school, I was always a tight end. So when it came to making my decision to go to college, it's not like I was, switching a position or doing something different. I was very comfortable.
Shane, what do you remember about your time at ECU? I guess you were here for some good and some not so good, right?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, man, I have a lot of great memories at ECU. The bowl game win in 2022 was definitely a good one. But I think it's a lot of the guys that went to ECU would tell you we're all a family. So the locker room stuff, traveling to the games, us joking around in the training room, That's the thing that I remember the most about ECU. Obviously, I remember, my big game at Marshall. That's a big one for me. But other than that, it's the little things and the stuff outside of football that I remember the most.
Right. Yeah. And I talked about that with Rajay yesterday. The locker room. That's what guys miss the most when they're done playing. And
sure.
and you just are getting there in Dallas. And I'm wondering. I'll ask you this down the road maybe, but. I talk to these minor league baseball guys. They really miss the team unity part of it. It's all individualized at this point. And I'm wondering if that's going to be the case for you guys. Again, this is a better question for down the road. But Rajay said that you guys feel like you got a pretty good locker room, even though it's early on. And at the end of the day, y'all all want to win, right? Regardless of whether or not you're looking out for yourself or looking out for your team. So. I'm just interested. Do you have any take on that so far?
Yeah, with the short time that I've been here, I can definitely feel the energy in the locker room. I definitely feel like we have a pretty good group of guys. But kind of like you're saying with the minor league teams, the higher you go up when it comes to football, the more individualistic it gets. There's people that are living in different tax brackets. There's people that get treated differently. So, yeah, like I said, the higher level you go up in football, the team aspect is still strong, but it kind of gets diminished a little bit because, at least at A&M in my time there, you have walk-ons that, are getting money from their parents to play football there. And then you have other guys making $1 million to play. So, it's kind of hard to relate on some of those levels because, for example, guys can go out in Houston and, spend a bunch of money to go out and have a good time. But then other people on the team can't go out with them because they don't have the same amount of resources that they do. So it's just kind of a different dynamic. And I saw that a lot at A&M, so I'm kind of used to it at this point. But yeah, I think the team here in St. Louis definitely has a good core group of guys, and I could definitely see us getting along down the line.
And you got some scrimmages coming up this weekend?
Yeah, we're supposed to play the Houston team. I know a couple guys from A&M over there. One of them I trained with for Pro Day, so that'd be good to see those guys. So we'll be excited for that.
What was playing for Mike Elko like? Coach Elko, he seems to have a pretty high approval rating. What do you have to say?
Yeah, it was good. He kind of reminded me of Coach Houston, to be honest with you. A lot of his philosophies are kind of the same, hard-nosed, tough, running the football, playing good defense. Kind of those were similarities that I saw between the two coaches. So it was definitely an easy transition for me. But I think Mike Elko really does a great job. He's very detailed in what he does. Whether that comes to the team meeting, everyone's taking notes and, he's making it be interactive, asking the players different things about, what do you do on third down in this situation? Or, if there's a minute and 30 seconds left and we're down by 3, what do you do? Things like that. So I definitely saw a lot of detail-oriented things with him that I did enjoy. And that kind of trickled down the ranks, with position coaches and everybody. So it was definitely a great experience, and I definitely grew as a player while I was there.
Shane, we love our Saturdays here in Greenville, and I've been here my whole life. Love ECU football, but also know about the stories of the 12th man. Did that live up to the hype out there?
It 1,000% did. Coming from ECU, it's kind of hard to beat that. I think ECU can go up against anybody in the country when it comes to fan and environment, but the 12th man really showed out, and I was expecting something, and it blew my expectations out of the water. So it was an amazing experience, and I kind of got the best of both worlds. From a group of 5 school, I got the best of the best, and then from a Power 5 school, I got the best of the best when it comes to fans and experience. So, but yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Shane Calhoun joining us. Shane, you've always, since we've got to know you, had a great head on your shoulders and been a mature young man. But again, you're young when you have to make those big decisions to transfer, and we'll wrap it up here. Like, what advice would you have? It sounds like, and I want to make this clear too, I say it all the time, you can love ECU, love your teammates, but if an opportunity comes along, you might have to take it. Again, I'm a Pirate. I graduated from ECU, but if Wolfpack Radio quadruples my salary tomorrow, I got a decision to make for my wife and daughter. You know what I'm saying? So, so I get that part of it. But sounds like you don't have any regrets. But like, what advice would you have for kids? Everybody's got to make their own decision. But if they said, Shane, what should I do here? Do you have any advice when it comes to the portal and stuff?
I don't know if I have any advice. I think I was in a unique situation being, one of the guys at the forefront on the team. So it kind of made my decision even harder when it came to leaving ECU. But if I could give any advice, I would say if you're going to make a tough decision like that, make sure you don't regret it. Make sure you really think about it with all the people that you care about, and don't make a decision based off emotions in the moment. Really think about it logical. Is this going to benefit me? Is this going to benefit my family? And honestly, is this going to, make me seem in a bad light? If you have the answer to all those questions, I think you're ready to make a decision. But my biggest thing is don't regret it. And, I don't think I regretted my decision. I think I regretted, how I was kind of perceived as kind of the bad guy in a sense. But, I'm a Pirate for life. I love those guys to death, and I always will. And I'm always going to come back. I came back from homecoming this year. So
that's awesome.
I'm a Pirate for life.
Shane, awesome to catch up with you, man. Wishing you the best. And I'll be honest, I'm going to be watching basketball here down the stretch. Fired up about the Hornets, fired up about the NCAA tournament and all that. I did not have, watching the UFL on my to-do list, but if Rajay's there, I'm in. If you're there, I still love Isaiah Winstead, so I'm kind of fired up for it, man. Really pulling for you guys. Yeah, I
appreciate it. We're excited.
Shane. We'll catch up down the road, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on.
There is Shane Calhoun, the turncoat. Jarrett, you still hate him? You hate his guts?
I gotta say, he really changed my opinion. I didn't even listen.
If I can change, and you can change. Jamie, this is Jamie's take on it. First of all, when I threw it to the interview, he said, yuck. And then he said, I don't blame him, but you're not a Pirate for life. Can't have it both ways. Again, he's got a degree.
Are you a Bulldog?
That's a great point. I transferred from Pitt Community College.
Yeah.
So what am I?
I transferred from ECU to Pitt Community. Well, no, I dropped out of ECU, went to Pitt, dropped out of there, came back to ECU.
What a path.
What a path.
What a story.
I am nothing for life.
You're a boat.
I'm a Raider.
Let's take a Raider.
I'm a Hornet.
Hornet for life. We'll take a break, come back. Let you know what's going on. Buccaneer Music Hall Scoreboard presented by The Buck. More to go. Pirate Radio Live. We need to do an On This Day presented by Ron Ayers Motorsports. We'll do that as well. Back with you. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Enjoy the warm air circulating moments after you turn up the heat. Precise control of cooking temperatures. Enough hot water on demand for everyone's shower. The instant glow of warmth when you turn on your fireplace or fire pit. Never having to change a gas tank on your outdoor grill. Experience the affordable luxury of natural gas. Find out more at GUC.com.
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. Warm up from the winter with hot manufacturer rebates and store discounts. Buy any new Winchester Super X pump, Wildcat, Expert, or XPR, get $25 back. Getting ready for turkey season? Buy any new Winchester Super X pump shotgun, get $50 back. Or bring in the heat with a Savage $100 rebate on a Savage Renegade shotgun. Don't forget 50% off Nomad turkey gear. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road Road in Winterville, it's a time-honored tradition.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in the NC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bucked up. Downtown Greenville, are you ready to get lucky? Lucky Tunes is back at Fish Street Hardware on Saturday, March 14th from 4 to 11 p.m., bringing nonstop live music all day long. Ryan Joyner, Tristan Kite, Brooke Adamski, Tanner Oakley, Eric Dunlow, and the Back Row Backsliders closing out the night. Green beer, Irish food specials, giveaways, a full St. Patrick's cocktail menu, no cover, just big energy and wall-to-wall music. Lucky Tunes at Fish Street Hardware, where Greenville gathers.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children.
Hey everybody, this is Parker Bird. Visit our friends at Children's Health Services on Arlington Boulevard on 10th Street and at childrenshealthservices.org. Go Pirates.
Are you looking to purchase a new home, or are you considering refinancing your current mortgage? This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only. Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender. NMLS 208516.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
This is Touchdown Tony Collins, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you in the market for a member-focused local credit union or making a switch from your existing one? Then explore First Flight Credit Union with branches across Eastern North Carolina where all residents are membership eligible. Members experience in-person service, competitive savings and loan rates, everything from automobile, boat, and home loans. First Flight has you covered. Stop by one of their local branches today or visit efirstflight.com. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
On This Day in Sports, brought to you by Ron Ayers Motorsports. Zach, you are a Premier League guy, but you're also a young guy, so I don't know how far you go back. I do recognize this name. On this day in 2011, David Silva scored a winner as this club started a record 20 home game winning streak. The streak went all the way until March of the following year. Who did David Silva do that for in 2011?
David Silva played for Manchester City?
That is correct. Well done, Zach.
He just dunked on you. Didn't correct you, just didn't say like, oh, it's actually David.
He's Brazilian.
That was a bit of a dunk. Shirley, on this day in 1997, this former colorful Dodgers manager was inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Tommy Lasorda.
That is correct. Well done. Let's see if we can find one for. I'll give this one to you, Jarrett. On this day in 1991, you were not alive. But this guy began an NBA free throw streak of 52 games. Think of great shooters in the 90s. Great three-point shooter. Great free throw shooter. Just a great shooter.
Reggie Miller?
That is correct. I should stop now. We're 3 for 3.
Hey, let Avery get one.
Now, I'm going back in time, so I don't know if Avery... All right, I got one, Avery. Hold on. Let's see. On this day in sports. You know what? I don't have one. All right. Thanks, Avery.
3 for 3.
Avery, who won the 1977 ACC men's basketball tournament?
I don't know.
I'll take a guess.
Michigan.
ACC.
Oh.
Cal.
Come on, man.
Duke.
No!
Carolina.
Yep. Thank you. 3 out of 4.
75.
Avery, learn your history, man. How do you not know who won the 1977 ACC men's basketball
It's
tournament?
Michigan.
Michigan. Ron Ayers Motorsports on this day. Go to Ron Ayers Motorsports, Greenville's go-to place for top-tier motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, power equipment, and more since 1975. Stop by their 30,000-square-foot store featuring Honda, Suzuki, Kawasaki, and much more, all backed by Ron Ayers' 50-plus years of trusted service. Go by and see Jimmy Stallings and his team today, Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville. Take a break, come back, get ready to wrap things up on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can Series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Carolina Eagle Distributing is celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. For 150 years, Budweiser has been the heart of America beer culture, bringing people together across generations. Cheers to 150 years. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989.
Jeff Stein here at Brownwood Buick GMC. Pirate Nation, get ready. It's baseball season. You got hot dogs, apple pies, and Buick Enclave, Encore GX, Envision, and Invista, 0.9 and $3,000 off. Winter service special still going on, $210 in rebates on batteries, brakes, air filters, and wiper blades. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer. Only at Brown & Wood, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality, they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you, humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
Play it again, sport. Buy, sell, trade. Great deals never felt so good. So good, so good, so good. I saved a bunch of cash. Buy, sell, trade. Using my gear like I never knew I could. Play it again, sports. Buying and selling new and used sporting and fitness equipment for over 27 years right here in Greenville. Located on Greenville Boulevard across from the Nissan dealership.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Pirates supporting pirates.
When it comes to building or remodeling your home, every detail matters. Hi, this is Kathy Herring with KDL Construction, and we believe great design begins with careful planning and ends with flawless execution. With open communication and a true partnership mindset, we guide you through every step, turning your vision into reality. Our goal, to deliver more than a building project. We create an experience that is seamless, stress-free, and inspiring. Visit KDLConstructionLLC.com to start your transformation today. KDL Construction, your vision, our craft.
It's Bostic Sugg Furniture's Lazy Boy Market Sample Sell-Off. We bought out an entire showroom of 100 one-of-a-kind pieces of Lazy Boy furniture. Now we're selling it all at drastically reduced prices. Floor samples slashed an additional 50 to 70% off. This is a one-time opportunity to shop extreme sell-off prices on brand new Lazy Boy styles, recliners, power recliners, sectionals, and leather furniture, designer chairs, cocktail ottomans, and much more. Hurry! You will never, ever find Lazy Boy furniture at such low prices again at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Hi, my name is Taylor, and I'd like for you to join me at the 3rd annual First Step 5K and 1 Mile Fun Run on Saturday, April 4th on the beautiful grounds of Haven at Blue Creek in Grimesland. This special morning brings our community together to support women taking brave steps towards recovery. All proceeds benefit Haven at Blue Creek, a women's rehabilitation center providing a safe, nurturing environment for women overcoming addiction. As a former resident, I know firsthand how powerful your support can be. Register today on Run Sign Up, and let's take the first step together.
This is Ethan Norby, left-handed pitcher for the ECU Pirates, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a rough day for the stock market. The Dow was down 784 points and closed at 47,954. The NASDAQ was down 58 at 22,748, and the S&P dropped 38 points and closed at 6,830. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
All right, wrapping up here on a Thursday. Fun show. Enjoyed it. We'll do it all again on Friday. Paul Troth will join us, former Pirate QB, coached here with Skip. We'll ask him about Lou Holtz and also talk some general football topics with Paul Troth. Also, our normal Friday crew will be here. Thank you, Shirley. See you tomorrow. Zach, great job as always. Avery, we appreciate your service here at Pirate Radio. And J-Bone, always a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
See y'all tomorrow, 3 o'clock, all new edition of Pirate Radio Live. For the crew, I'm Clip Brock, Jeff Charles. Take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville,